Hey bestie, thanks for clicking on my video. Today we're going to do another message from your spirit guides by Spiritualistic. This one is a pick a card, so please use your intuition and pick a card. My name is Colleen, and today we're going to just be doing a little free-flowing reading to see what your spirit guides want to talk to you about. I typically take a look at situation, clarity, and advice, and sometimes spirit will just kind of nudge me in the direction that they want to go. So, apart from that, please use your intuition and select at least one of group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3. I will have the timestamps listed below in the description box, as well as all of my links to my little projects and contact info and all that kind of stuff. And I'd like to thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful for you. You are amazing and beautiful, and I can't wait to see what you're reading. Namaste. Hi, group number 1. If you selected the first group, you chose this beautiful soul recognition card. So this is really fun. We love soul recognition, and what a tizzy. Now, they want to call to your attention, your spirit guides that is, that there is a situation where you recently or soon will stumble into a soul recognition. Now, this can be a person, place, thing, or even situation. Now, this indicates that there is another lifetime that you have been a part of in some way, shape, or form where you are reapproaching a familiar energy. This can be a person. This can be someone who has been with you across different incarnations. This can be a situation that is repeating itself in the same order. This can also be an energy that you have walked through before, but not in this current incarnation, but it's still familiar to you in some way, shape, or form. Another thing that's coming to mind, which is a little bit quirky, so I feel called to talk about it, is this could also be you picking up something through smell or sound, using some sort of clairability, like tasting a flavor where you're like, oh, this is so familiar and delicious, but you haven't experienced it before in this life, or a scent, or a smell, or a person. If you've ever experienced a soul recognition before with what I will loosely call a soulmate, this doesn't have to be romantic or familial or friendly, it can be anything. A member of your soul family, for example, if you are walking into a room, you make eye contact with somebody you have never met before, and immediately you're like, oh my god, it's you. Like, hey bud, what's up? And you feel a surge of something. Now, this something is what we're calling attention to with the soul recognition. This indicates that there is a lesson, an opportunity, a blessing, or some sort of energy you are meant to walk through or process again. This can be brought in your life in any way, shape, or form, but I'd like to call attention to the word cognition in recognition, which is telling me to tell you that really only you know what is meant for you on your path, and you will know when your soul recognizes something. And when we're talking about something in the 5th or higher dimensions, it's important to remember that if you're seeing someone or something or experiencing an energy that is familiar and you know you've crossed paths with it before, but you're like, not in this life, there you go, there's your answer. Okay, so don't overthink what you already know. What's coming to my mind right now is the book Things Not Seen and its sequel, Things Hoped For. Those are 2 of my favorite fiction books ever. I recommend you read them for fun because they're amazing, but this pretty much is just saying that things aren't always what they seem, and sometimes you are right on the nose when you think that your logical brain is trying to over-rationalize. Now, your rational brain can understand what your intuition is trying to say, but when you try to turn the gears yourself, sometimes this will come from overthinking or ego or lack of tangible understanding. But when it's coming from the higher realms, your brain will be able to process what's going on if you stick with things like geometry or physics or biology or the laws of nature. If you see what's going on with you and you apply it instead to a bird or a flower or a geometric shape, you will be able to rationalize what's going on with you. If you try to put it over patterns that you have experienced in your current incarnation, it might not always make sense and lead to overthinking and an overwhelm of emotion. So I do feel called to talk about that. This will be something that is likely affecting your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakra, or the channel in between in some way, shape, or form. So with that being said, let's take a look at why your spirit guides want to talk to you about soul recognition. We love this one. Oh, what a beautiful, crazy, fun journey. Let's see. I initially picked up the tarot cards, but I was told to start with these guys before I started your reading. So group number 1, angel spirits and guides, what would you like to talk to group number 1 about today? This is my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck, and I'm obsessed. I'm not really one to like over promote myself, but I love this deck so much. So if you want a copy of it, you can find it in the link in my bio or description box. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. They're saying that's enough for now. Okay, clear abilities and deepening faith. Okay, thrown for a loop were we group 1. So you experienced a soul recognition. Now you may have opened up some of your psychic, spiritual, clair abilities such as psychometry, clairvoyance, clairaudience. Telepathy was the first thing that came to my mind, and I just felt like this really big blockage in my sinus passageway, which indicates that there is something between your third eye and your throat chakra that is having a hard time coming out. You either are trying to overthink something, your intuition is telling you one thing while your brain is telling you another, and or you're having a hard time speaking what your intuition is picking up through soul recognition. And this has to do with deepening faith. Now, the first thing that's coming to my mind is that in this situation, you are meant less to try to bring the energy down, rationalize what's going on, and ground it. You are meant in this situation to take what you know and send it upwards towards your faith, towards the higher spiritual realms. This is an opportunity for you to raise your vibration. And with this, you will be opening up clair abilities. And through this, you will be asked to deepen your faith. This can be a little bit of an interesting experience. When we have a spiritual awakening, sometimes you feel like things are going crazy a little bit in your mind because your brain tries to, like a gear, try to rationalize what's going on. But the more that you press and the less you release, the less literal pressure will be there and the more understanding you will have. There is a message coming through about some things you need to learn through experience, and that's exactly what's going on here. You might, okay. I'm hearing slow dancing in a burning room. Okay, that's what it was. Slow dancing in a burning room. So that song could have messages for you in it. It could be a similar vibration, or so you think you can dance choreography? Yes, I said it. Check it out. It's gorgeous. Someone link it below in the comments because it needs to be seen. Anyway, so there is an indication that you are opening up something that you wanted to have faith about, but something about your rational brain or your current surroundings was like, nope, that's fake, that doesn't exist, da-da-da-da. Well, everything exists and nothing is fake. Well, everything is fake, nothing is fake. That we live in a dualistic realm. So your mind is going to have been blown by something that you thought didn't exist, and you were positive the answer was no. And that is exactly why the answer is yes. And I know this is a little bit contradictory, but you're learning about paradoxes right now through soul recognition. There's something or someone where you look at them and you see yourself, or you see the situation, you're walking through a familiar energy and you're like getting maybe so many downloads about a past life, so many openings, like memories cracking open, having dreams, it literally re-experiencing things from your past, present, future, simultaneous lives, something like this. Maybe you don't even believe in past lives and you're having memories from your past life. Well, we are all a collection of particles with consciousness. And if you believe in God or source or spirit or any sort of divine collection of consciousnesses that we are all a part of, we are all a part of a whole, and we are all the whole of which there are parts. Therefore, simultaneously, every single thing is a reflection of ourselves, and time-space is subjective and relative within the fourth dimension, and we can only experience 3 apart from our thoughts and emotions, which is the 4th, and our spirit, which is the 5th and higher. So, dimensions, So, you are opening up to this, and this is bringing your heart to an expansion, to an awakening. And through this, you are experiencing maybe you're having some crazy dreams. You could be having visions, premonitions, speaking with somebody's higher self telepathically, having tangible experiences with your spirit guides, or just seeing signs and synchronicities out of the blue. Maybe they're smacking you in the face and you're like, is everything a sign? Oh my God. Well, yeah, kind of. This is beautiful, and I'm so glad that you're experiencing this energy. But if it's hitting you like a ton of bricks, you need to relax. You need to meditate. You need to allow, not press. this is an opportunity for you to open up those higher 3 chakras. The top 3, your throat, pineal gland, and crown chakra, are feminine and magnetic. Your lower 3, your root, sacral, and solar plexus chakra, are masculine. And that one flow equal state in the center is your heart chakra, which is both magnetic and electric, and it is masculine and feminine at the same time. So you're being called right now to open up your feminine energy, which is magnetic. You're being called to relax, release, and allow things to flow and come to you. So while you are opening up this channel, it's important that you allow things to flow like a river, and don't try to overanalyze what's going on, because that is active and you're being asked to magnetize. So, I'm so excited for you. This is so fun, group 1. I love this. And this is going to strengthen your faith. Now, however your spirit correlates with faith, whether that is in a very tangible, physical, biological, physiological sense, everything that's linear is really just a circle zoomed in. Okay? If you experience spirituality through Christianity or Hinduism or Buddhism or Judaism or any ism, any even Wicca, I don't know, any sort of physical belief system, this is a structure that is meant to help bring your spirit closer to itself, bring you closer to God, closer to source, closer to anything and everything. And what's going on is could never, ever be against God's will. Nothing ever can possibly go against God's will. So if you are experiencing something that you might have felt a bit of a blockage towards, same with physics. If you are experiencing a decalcification of your pineal gland, and you're like, well, that doesn't physiologically make sense, it is a decalcification of your pineal gland. You can check out your brain waves. We are electromagnetic beings. We have an electrical field that is also magnetic. We are electromagnetic. That is a dualistic, that is a yin yang flipped on its, flipped inversely. This is tangible. You can find practical explanation for what's going on, but you are not called to press right now. You're being called to, sure, learn, research, but you're being called mostly to have an open mind and allow yourself to enjoy the experience. There is some sort of opportunity or connection or something that is being brought to your life so that you can flow through it and really experience the expansiveness of your being and your capability. Every single person on this planet, every plant, animal, being within the collective of Earth can experience psychic abilities and can experience everything and everyone else, because we are all part of the same being. And the universe is a giant vacuum. It is constantly expanding, and it is all uniform with itself. So, that being said, there will always be a pattern. There will always be a wave that is connected from point A to point C with a B in the middle. And that that line will always be a circle. And you will always be able to rationalize what's going on. You are being called to release your anchor at this point in time and know that if you have faith in your experience and you validate yourself, the entire universe, multiverse, is your oyster. There's a sense of being proud of yourself for feeling something again. And there's also a sense of a little bit of fear towards what's going on. Now, I saw Psycho, and I also heard the song Cyclone. So I don't know if those are contradicting messages or if there's anything in there for you, but something has rocked you a little bit past the path that you thought you were going on. And this is where I'd like to remind you that everything that you think is a straight line is really a circle, which means that you are never off your path, but you're never going in a straight line either. So you might not end up where you thought you were going if you were trying to track 1, 2, 3, because it was never 1, 2, 3, it was 3.14. So let me get into some clarity for you, because this is already a very beautiful and interesting reading. I'm glad that you're experiencing some sort of awakening in your spiritual gifts and psychic abilities. And I'd like to take a minute actually to say that you can experience this through just a deep knowing, claircognizance. You can experience this by channeling messages from other beings, like your spirit guides, passed on loved ones, or just seeing signs and synchronicities. You can feel it, clairsentience. This is what empathy is when people, well, not the emotion like empathy, but the experience of being empathic. It is when you're in a state of absorbing. So you might be tuning into the fact that this is part of your truth. But also, this is the beginning of energy work. So you are not subjected. How do I say this? You are not like, oh my God, I'm a magnet and I need to feel everyone's everything forever now. No. When you choose to be electric, you give off an energy. When you choose to be magnetic, you attract energies. And your ability to sense what's going on is your energy work and your spiritual ability. And the way that you perceive what's going on, whether you see it through your pineal gland, you sense it in your gut, you hear it through your ears, however you experience your mind's eye, so to speak, that would be your pineal gland, clairvoyancy. This is just you cracking open to a like next generation you. This is like evolving your Pokemon, which is pretty cool, you know? And you might find a lot of times when this happens, when you level up, you might find yourself growing out of people, places, and things in your situation, particularly if you are electric and not magnetic. But right now you're being called to absorb your particular experience and really just be in awe. They want you to like release. I'm seeing someone like floating on their back on a surfboard, just kind of like, yeah, man, like this is cool. I like feeling the waves. So your guides are trying to push you into not push you, but they're trying to like relax you into a state of acceptance, which will strengthen your faith. And you might be surprised to find out that it affirms some of your spiritual or religious beliefs that may have structurally told you otherwise. I also recommend that you watch something such as Alice in Wonderland or The Wizard of Oz, something that has a down the rabbit hole type vibe. Just kind of how like Hamlet has been redone a million times, Cinderella, Romeo and Juliet, these things have repeating stories. The Fool's Journey, which is the name of my first book, and also the storyline of tarot that was left behind for this particular reason, actually. It's a playing game, not a guidebook to spiritual freedom, right? Wink, wink. Find some sort of this story, and it will lead you to understanding. And it tracks physically, like through physics, through quantum physics, mechanical physics. It tracks through biology, through physiology. The multiverse is uniform. So you'll be able to find, just like you can see your face in your thumb, if you look, you can find your thumbprint in the universe. And just like everyone's thumbprint is unique, the more you zoom out, the less it's true. The more you zoom in, the more it's true. Just like you and God, or you and Source, you and Spirit. Now we have Activated Earth, High Wraith, Water Your Garden, and I Remember. Ooh! Yay! We got High Wraith and I Remember. These are two of my favorite cards in this deck, and let me tell you why. First of all, you're being asked to trust where you're led, and I think you're doing a great job at doing that. But as you open up this channel, this energy, this portal, literally you're like, whoa, this is a lot, and it's beautiful. Let yourself feel it. You're being called to trust in God, trust in a higher power. Continue opening up your crown chakra, the crown of your head, and know that you are activating. You are stepping into next gen of yourself. And with ley lines, this is like, how do I say this? How, like, the stones, for example, on Easter Island, Rapa Nui, are faced directly towards the exaltation of the Pleiades constellation. This is at a particular spot on the Earth. When you track all of the pyramids on the Earth, and it makes a beautiful, perfect crystal grid, these are ley lines. Same with crop circles and other weird weird phenomena that are in particular situations that align with stars or solstices or constellations or particular astrological transits. There are reasons for these things. And you're being called to just trust where you're led, because sometimes when you look at things from a zoomed in perspective, a circle looks linear because it's all you're able to see. Like, imagine yourself walking through a corn maze, and you can, when you're looking at it from a higher perspective, you can see the way out. But if you are just looking at a straight road ahead and there's a wall on either side and you have to choose between left and right, or you don't know where you're going, that's when it gets a little bit, sketchy seeming. But you're being called to see things from a higher perspective. You're being given the ability to now see things from a higher perspective. And this will open up your ability of which path you take. And you're being called home in some way, shape, or form. Now, this is calling me to the soul recognition. You trusted where you were being led up until you stumbled into the soul recognition. And again, this can be a person, place, thing, experience, some familiar energy you've experienced before, but not in this body. With high wraith, this is, I believe, a Welsh word that comes from homesickness. In this deck, it means homesick for the stars. You might be learning about star seeds or have this term kind of tossed around a little bit. Or, quite literally, it means a longing for a home. And this might be that you feel like you felt out of place, or you found something that made you feel in place. There's a like a oddball out, and then finding that you weren't an oddball, it was the surrounding or the environment or something like this that is coming to mind. And as you kind of sniff this out, you see what's going on, you explore a little bit, you use your tangible brain, you use your new intuition, your newly strengthened intuition, and you have faith just in things unfolding the way that they're meant to, because that's the way life works, c'est la vie. You're going to recognize that you're just being called to take care of yourself. And that's it. That's all this is about. And you're being given new ways to take care of yourself. And this will be reminder to drink more water, especially if you're going out and about, having a little bit of fun. 2 cups of water for every alcoholic beverage. I don't know why I felt called to say that, but if it resonates, it resonates. Group 1. Love you. No judgment. Make sure to water yourself. Nourish yourself, take care of your body, be tender with yourself and your experience, and rest. Now, it's very likely that there is some way you could be taking better care of yourself. And the reason that you're being able to see your path from a higher perspective is because there is some way that you can feel more comfortable, either within your body, within your spirit, within your surroundings, something like this. You're being given an opportunity to learn how to take care of yourself in a different way, or in a more aligned with your soul kind of way. And as you deepen your faith, this will help you to trust, yes, of course, in a higher power, and also in your own manifestation. There's a co-creation going on here. There is fate, there is also destiny, and that is exactly what's on this card. I remember the fated life versus the destiny life. There is the red string of fate, whereas you will always, even you have all the free will in the world, and you will still end up exactly where you needed to end up. Certain things, people, places, things, your little spirits, angels, guides, God, everyone, everything, everyone, everywhere is always scrambling around just to make sure that you are always where you need to be, always experiencing what you need to do. Now, there might have been even years of divine detours going on in your life so that you end up encountering that one person. You smell that plant the right way at the right time, or you have that thought or idea right when you need it the most. And these are not things that you'll be able to see. And of course, the path that you take is always totally up to you. You have perfect free will. And at the same time, what is meant for you will never pass you up. Your soul made a plan before you came here, and you're starting to remember little bits and pieces of why you're here. And this card, this is showing somebody on their knees, and sometimes this shows somebody surrendering, someone praying to God. It also kind of shows someone scrying through a water pole, and I don't know why I feel a little bout of anxiety right now when I said like praying to God, and also when I said scrying through a water bowl. So maybe there is some sort of dichotomy going on there between like God has all the power, and then people can experience psychic gifts. How do I say this? to use the term God, God would not give anybody a gift that if anything's happening, it's because God did it, essentially. So I feel a little bit at lost for words here. Let me pause this video and collect my energy. Okay. So there is a bit of hesitation. There's a bit of a pause because you know that to jump down the rabbit hole, you're aware that that's what you're staring at. And the thing is, you wouldn't know that that's what you were staring at unless you had been down it before. That's where the soul recognition comes from. That's where this faith comes in. And that's where you're being given a sneak peek at what this is coming ahead through your clair abilities that maybe you weren't aware of before, or maybe you were brushing off, or were aware that you had and maybe just didn't speak about. And I'd like to remind you that you only need to be comfortable. You only need to nourish yourself. You only need to take care of yourself and be gracious and tender with yourself. And this feels like maybe somebody who normally wouldn't click on a tarot reading. And if you're here, I'd just like to say thank you for spending this time with me, for opening up your energy with me. It is vulnerable. It is beautiful and amazing. This is an energy exchange, and I would like to just show a moment of gratitude for you for being here. Also, the reason why I'm here, for example, is because I feel called to share this, because I know it was scary for me when I first opened these things up. I felt kind of crazy and kind of alone, and then I started talking to people about it, and I realized it wasn't very scary, and I really wasn't alone. It's just something we're taught not to talk about. I was raised through Roman Catholic belief, and it literally says in all of the versions of the Bible except the King James Version that astrology is valid. But the version that I grew up reading entirely devalidates it. And now I'm an astrologer, and I still go to church sometimes, along with several other services, because I love faith, right? I love Hinduism. I love Wicca. I love Judaism. I love Christianity. I love love, right? And God is love, source is love, loving yourself is love. But one thing, no matter where you are looking, that you are asked not to do is to have faith. If you're looking at this from, say, a Christian standpoint, there is the parental figure, there is the growing figure, and then there's the spirit, there's the essence that just guides you through your growth. And this can be through even like oh my gosh, like a polytheistic view. We even would have like the triple moon goddess, right? The maiden, the mother, the crone. This is the same energy of the three dimensions throughout this realm. This is the tactical, the experience, and the evolution. And you're like growing your little Tamagotchi, growing your little Pokemon. And with that, you're going to have new abilities. You're going to level up in certain areas. And someday you might just wake up and see things a little bit differently. And this is beautiful. And you're going to find exactly where you belong. You're going to remember certain things that are meant to be on your path. And I'm feeling your heart expand. This is so happy. I love you. I don't know who you are, Group 1, but I love you. And I'm grateful that you're here being vulnerable with me. And water your garden. This card is really standing out to me. If you feel like you are doing a lot, spiritually, energetically, emotionally, rest your body. When you experience these experiences, any experiences at all, I don't know whether you are seeing entities, right? I don't know if you are having premonitions or waking up to a past life, is kind of what it seems like. Everything is a reflection of yourself. So you would not come across this video, this group on this video, if you were not led here divinely in some way. And if we did not resonate in some way where I was able to read the energy that you are within, or if you were not within an energy to resonate with this, every single thing happens exactly the way it's supposed to. I'm hearing God's plan, God's plan. Yes, exactly. And even if you think you mess up, you know that God knows that you would do that and made everything perfectly go according to plan so that the best possible outcome would happen. So keep that in mind, even when you expand your consciousness and you step into abilities that you maybe didn't believe in before. And this is one of those things you have to see to believe sometimes. And the thing is, you can have faith in God without ever seeing God, but no, you don't, because everywhere you look, there he is. And it's the same thing. That's all this is. You're just seeing the connectivity between everything. You're seeing God in everything. You're hearing it. You're seeing it. And the more that you experience this realm, the more of the realm you experience in more ways. And that's beautiful. So, have faith. Oh my God, I'm hearing have faith in me by a day to remember in my head. Oh, bless. Sorry. So this pink card here is reminding me of the soul star chakra, which is the 8th chakra, kind of. It's the one above your crown chakra. And this has access to your past, present, and future lives. If you like to work with crystals or you're interested in it, I highly recommend you getting either a piece of dumortierite, labradorite, or desert rose selenite. This will help to ground you, clear out any illusion or worry or overthinking, and it will also help you to open up pathways to help you understand where you've been before, along parallel timelines or past, present, future lives, things like this. It'll help you tune in with your spirit guides and with your higher self, which is essentially the most evolved version of your consciousness, of yourself. And the more that you ask your higher self for guidance, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, the archangels, whether you are asking God for help, the universe, source, you're asking the green man or Sekhmeth or any entity at all, if you call out to them, they have the capacity to be there if you choose to welcome them into your life. And the thing is, even before your awareness of it, they're still there. So just trust where you're being led and know that you can always have faith through everything. It might be a bit of a scary jump, but once you do, I promise you'll enjoy the ride. No one ever talks about how beautiful it is to open up your clair abilities. Everyone just talks about how scary it is, how much you feel like you're going crazy, how alone you feel, and it's exactly the way it feels when you first jump down a slide or go on a roller coaster. There's a little bit of, oh my gosh, what is to come? But you really have the time of your life. Insert Green Day song. So let me get into your tarot cards now, and I will use the Fool's Journey, which I recommend you look into. If not my book, which you can get for literally a penny on Amazon if you get the ebook, just saying. But that's not the point. Look into the Fool's Journey or rewatch Alice in Wonderland, but see it from a literal perspective. Or even if you watch Wicked, oh my gosh, honey, yes. It's all retelling of the same story. Start to put the pieces together. We have Strength with this little locket here. 6 of Swords in reverse. They want me to turn this upright, so I'm going to listen. And that's another thing, is follow your intuition before it makes sense. Because you'd rather listen to what God or your spirit guides are telling you, or your higher self, and then not find out what they were trying to keep you away from, right? Then ignore it and then have to stumble through another lesson. Okay, they want me to take this card and put it to the right, and take the card on top and put it to the left. So I will do that. Okay. You might kind of feel lost and alone, and like this requires a lot of strength. You might be called to leave a particular situation, or you might feel like things are a bit rocky in your life and you have one thing that is anchoring you and you're being called to release it. And it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but you can do it. This is you tapping into your divine infinite potential, and your being is infinite. With death comes everlasting life. Everything is yin or yang within yin. There is yang within yang. There is yin. Everything is uniform. So this is literally saying that you are releasing some burdens, and you're being asked by yourself to have enough strength to go towards what it is that makes you feel like home and makes you step into the next version of yourself. There is more out there for you if you choose to accept it. But Three of Pentacles, this is a community that is building something together. So you will not be alone. The moment that you take this step, you will have more tools to take care of yourself, and you will not be alone when you do it. In a tarot reading, the left represents the past, the center is the present, and the future, or the right is the future. And of course, timelines are susceptible to change because we have free will. Oh my gosh, Ripple by Grateful Dead. Listen to the song Ripple by the Grateful Dead. Look at the lyrics. Also watch the music video because it is literally tarot cards, the Fool's Journey, going in that order. So, even just that is another retelling of the same story. You are not alone. You are not the first one to walk down this journey. You will not be the last. And you have angelic energy within you. You are a divine, beautiful, amazing being, and you might be familiar with the term fallen angel or earth angel, or people might be telling you that you're an indigo child or something crystal child or something like this. These super awesome groovy terms are a bridge towards a higher dimensional version of you. And there are so many different pieces of you, and the more you unify yourself, the more of yourself that you are, and the more you shed things that don't serve you, the less random these parts of you seem. And shedding the pieces that separate all of your different hobbies, all the different things that you like, all the things about yourself, shedding those differences allows you to be wholly in yourself. I'll give you a personal example because that was a little bit not communicated the best. I love ballet. I love to play the piano. I love reading tarot cards, and I like to sleep. These things seem totally irrelevant, but I got injured dancing, which led me to naturopathy, which led me to yoga. And I've always played the piano, but when I got injured and got into naturopathy, I learned more about music therapy and sound healing. So now I use ballet for energy work, and I use music for energy work. I love astrology, which I don't use for predicting the future. I use it for finding the right energy, knowing when I'll have flare-ups in my energy, knowing what day to release my book, knowing what days I'll feel more creatively inclined and what days I might feel like a sad sack. And I am able to plan accordingly. And I love to sleep, which is amazing because when you sleep, you tap into your dreams. The dream realm is your subconscious realm. And when you experience so much energy work, you feel the need to rest more, which is something you might be experiencing right now. So all of these things seem irrelevant, but the more that I've shed little bits and pieces that did not belong to me, that I've picked up throughout my life, the more everything turns into one. And that is, I love to experience spirit, God, truth. That's why I sing Hare Krishna every day, and also Om Mani Padme Hum. It's why I sing Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and also say the prayer of Saint Francis and the Memorare every day, even though none of those come from the same structure, because from a higher perspective, it's the same thing. And you can read tarot cards, or you can read the 10 Commandments, but at the end of the day, they're not going to tell you different things. I even have a card in one of my decks that is literally Jesus. And it's like, Jesus loves you. Like, there is no wrong answer, and there is no need for fear. Oh, now I'm hearing Don't Fear the Reaper in my head. Blue Oyster Cult, yes. So now let's talk about this Eight of Swords, right? So the Eight of Swords, as you can see, pictorially represents somebody who, when they look at their own image of themselves, they feel tied and bound. But in reality, they're not tied and bound at all. 8 is the number of Scorpio, also Pluto, which represents seeing things from the deepest possible perspective, transformation, and deep release. And it's also a sideways infinity sign. Scorpio is ruled by a scorpion, which if you step on it, can obviously cause you pain. But you can also walk up to a scorpion and kind of let it check you out and crawl all over your hand and give it a little kiss, and it won't sting you. There are different ways to look at this energy. And the energy that you put out is the energy you give back. It's the golden rule. It's the golden commandment. That is consistency through everything. What you electrify yourself, we are electromagnetic beings. What you put out, you get back. Even Alan Watts says, our mind is electric and our heart is magnetic. So, you are not alone through this transformation, and you always have a resource. Hi, I'm a resource as well for you, Group 1. Know that things are not always what they seem, and sometimes that's the best news ever. Sometimes that's exactly what you needed to know, even though that might seem scary at first. But there's some sort of transformation that you're being called to make. Or transformation that kind of, I'll say it was imposed onto you, because it kind of seems that the soul recognition, it's not your fault when it happens, but it was meant to happen in some way, shape, or form. This is like accidentally crossing paths with something that just cracks you open, metaphorically, kind of, energetically cracks you open. When you get cracked open, you shed a layer of yourself, just like a lizard, just like, I don't know, a pistachio. I'm going to pull some advice for you, and I want to see really what your spirit guides want to talk to you about. Okay. Yeah. You have been waiting for something to come in, and you realize that you need to take the step. This is not something that you are going to have come to you. This is something you need to work on yourself, and your best case scenario is you doing it alone. Your spirit guides say that you're very much aware of this, but this is a truth you're having a hard time facing. That's why it's a perfect opportunity, a perfect time for you to stand in your power, and why it was a perfect time for the soul recognition, because you are a lot stronger and more powerful than you initially thought. Even though you knew deep down in your soul and in your heart, but there was so much going on in your physical realm around your body and your emotions and your mind that needed to be cracked open to create this space between this inner knowing in your soul and in your heart about your potential. And you deserve to feel at home. You deserve to live your life, and you deserve to have all your dreams come true and to experience what you determine as success. Now, success can be waking up with a smile on your face. It can be having $1 million. It can be being rich and famous. It can be whatever you think success is. And you being drawn towards what you know is meant for you versus someone else's idea of success or the path to get there. Any sort of intersection there, when you know your path is meant to continue on, that is the friction that was stoichiometrically placed in your vessel so that you had heat and pressure within a container, and it causes it to pop. Insert soul recognition, insert cracking open of your being, insert deepening of faith, because sometimes when you go down the rabbit hole, all you can do is hold on, and don't hold your breath. Please don't hold your breath. Now would actually be a wonderful time to take on some breathing exercises. Good old diaphragmatic breathing never did anybody wrong. So, breathe. Let yourself sink into faith and feel how good it feels to know that you are protected, you are loved, you are guided, and that there is a bigger, better, happier version of you that you are growing into. And you might mourn people, places, things, or the old version of yourself that you're shedding along the way, and that is perfectly normal. It is entirely normal and valid, and give yourself the time and space to do that. Nourish yourself, breathe, drink some extra water. Emotions are ruled by the element water. Drinking water helps you to physically process emotions. So air is thoughts. If you're overthinking, breathe. If you are over emotional, drink water. So You are going to feel perhaps called to leave something behind that maybe you didn't expect, or to do something alone, whether it's this internal journey or physically packing up your things and taking a move that you didn't really see coming. But know that you're not alone in this. And here's this red string of fate popping up here. But not only is there red, which indicates stability and security and abundance, but also green and yellow, which indicate love and confidence. You are very, very, very phenomenal at something. And I don't know what this is. But you have built as much as you can where you're at. And you have outgrown your environment, which means that there's something bigger and better out there waiting for you, which is beautiful. And you can choose to step towards it or not, but know that you are outgrowing your situation. And when you are holding on to something with both hands, you cannot pick something else up. So you need to release something in order to welcome in your next blessing. And it will be a blessing. There might be a bit of anxiety or restlessness when it comes to which step to take next. And that is where you're being called to have faith and ask for help. And take care of your physical body is coming up so strongly. Drink water and practice your breathing exercises is really, really coming up for you, Group 1. So, as you follow your plan, create a new plan, follow the plan that you created before you incarnated here, follow God's plan, the nudges by your angels, spirits, guides, passed on loved ones, whatever this is. Know that you're not alone. And know that the best thing you can do for yourself is to be generous with yourself and gentle with yourself. Know that you are more amazing and beautiful and perfect and talented and skilled than you think that you are. And know that you have everything that it takes to get to this next level. And you wouldn't be feeling all of this anxiety or energy like, oh my gosh, there's something coming up, if there wasn't something coming up. You're picking up on it. This is your psychic ability right here. And however you're experiencing it, whether it's your physical feeling in your body, pay attention to which chakra it's in or what body part you feel it or what word or trigger thing is happening to stir this up, and start seeing the patterns. That's all this is. It's pattern recognition. And you are activating your being, and it's so beautiful, and you're about to step into this beautiful, beautiful journey, but you need to be the one to take the step, which is why this came when it did, whatever the soul recognition is. And it's because you've done this before, or you've tapped into this energy before, you've walked this path before, or something. This isn't your first time doing this, which is why your intuition, your higher self, God, your angels, everyone, everything about you is stepping up and saying, you can do this. You've done this before. Of course you can do this. Yeah, totally. And that's why your intuition is cracking open too. It's because there is more out there for you, and you feel this, and what you're really feeling is excitement. You're feeling the excitement because internally you know something. So you already know what path to take. You already know you're not going to be alone. You already know that you have what it takes. And it's okay if you need to give yourself a break. It's okay if you need to calm your mind. It's okay if you need to calm your emotions or take a minute to center yourself. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Just make sure that you take the time to do it. Give yourself that love, that nourishment, that nurturing, and be different from your surroundings. We're not all individuals so that we can be all the same. No, like, I'm sure you found your tribe, found your crowd, and I'm sure that now you maybe feel like you're outgrowing them a little bit, and that's also normal. And sometimes we outgrow people, places, and things, and sometimes we just outgrow the energy that they're in. And that doesn't mean that things won't come back or that you have to leave things totally. It just means that there's something out there for you, and you have to go get it because you feel like you have to go get it. You're being called. That's what this is. Whether you think it's God or your guardian angels or your higher self, it is, yes. Because intuitively you know already. You already know. And that is your intuition. And you're picking it up. through your feeling. And I want you to breathe, please. I want you to breathe. I want you to know that it's okay. You're okay. You're going to be okay. I want you to know that you are loved and that you are amazing and perfect and phenomenal, and you can do anything that you set your mind to. And I'm sure that you've heard that and acted on it so many freaking times to practice for what is about to come. And that's why you're being called also to relax and just soak up this faith. Soak up faith, man. Like, that never did anybody wrong. In fact, it might, through what you're opening up, your experience, your ability to see patterns and through things, it might even open up your path for you so that you already know what to do when it's time to take the step. And you got a resource right here. Hi, my name's Colleen. And there are so many others too. Like, go to prayer or meditation or yoga or read a book or watch some sort of variation of this story. The Fool's Journey, Alice in Wonderland, The Wizard of Oz. Yes, watch the Ripple music video. This will serve you. So let me pull some more advice from you, or from your guides for you. Okay, so we have another indication that you need to be drinking some more water or spending some time around water. Water forms to its container, and it also shapes its molecules to whatever, like, this has been proven, like, scientifically, but if you speak to your water, if you're like, I love you, water, to like a cup of water, you can look at the molecules and it'll be shaped like a little love mandala underneath, like, a microscope, obviously. Microscope, sorry. And if you do the same thing and you're like, water, I don't like you, your water will absorb that energy and it will form that mandala, that shape, in its molecules. So if you speak to your water and you are like, I can do this, or I'm amazing, or God loves me, or relaxation, or whatever it is, speak to your water and then drink it. And our bodies are mostly water, which is why affirmations work. Wink, wink. And that will literally become part of your being. And as you release water in your being, if you know what I'm saying, you will release and replace that energy. Also, with elders, there might be people in your family that have experienced this and haven't spoken up about it. There might also be, there's a lot about sound healing and music coming up, diving deep. So if you like to write songs, or you like sound healing or music therapy might be interesting for you to look into. We have 7 chakras. There are 7 notes in an octave. Wink, wink. They go in order. Wink, wink. And yes, everything is a circle that seems linear, which is why there are 8 notes in an octave. But are there really? And there are like sharps and flats, just like there are more chakras than 7. Just saying. So, with that being said, spend some time with water. Process emotions and let yourself get deep. Really let yourself get deep. Don't be afraid of emotions. Let them take you for a ride a little bit, because we're meant to experience all the pleasure that life has to offer us, and that doesn't ever need to be a bad thing. So, Messenger, Sirius energy, and bringing harmony and balance. Now, Sirius is a star in our solar system. Well, there are a few. There's Sirius A, Sirius B, but Sirius B is a water collective. So tuning into water again will be very helpful, and you are also tapping into a higher dimensional version of yourself. The Sirius consciousness exists within the 6th dimension, and here you can see like the dance of the planets a little bit, the inner planets. So if you are into astrology, or if you're not into astrology, you might want to look at your sun, your moon, your Mars, your Venus, and your Mercury. This will help you maybe understand yourself a little bit better, or see where those planets are at in the sky right now. Will help you see how you're being affected. And also bringing harmony and balance. Why am I thinking of like harmony, like literal musical harmony in this card? You might have some fun sitting down like at a piano or something, and like root chakra is C, sacral chakra is D, but of course like we like C, E, G, right? That's like a C chord. I don't know why I'm doing this. That's nasty. So you might have some fun like playing with your chakras and seeing how each note feels with you. Notice the emotion that you pick up with each note, and then see what feels good with it and what feels not so good with it, and then try to use that for healing. And then maybe see how that pattern carries out in your life. And you can look at it through your body parts, through your chakras, through your astrological placements maybe. Everything resonates with everything else. Principle of uniformity right there. So, if you are tapping into your top 3 chakras, like we talked about in the beginning, that would be like G-A-B. So maybe try to go like C-B-A-G, C-B-A-G, and let that energy come down through your chakras. Last card for advice. You have Forge, Don't Follow. Group 1. Did I really need to pull this card? This is an indication that you are either outgrowing something, or you are meant to be a leader in some way, shape, or form. You could have eyes on you in some way, shape, or form, or you might need to be the leader you wish you had. You might be looking around and realize that you're not surrounded by the best examples, which might be part of that energy I was feeling when I said you're meant to experience all the joy and pleasure that life has to offer, and I kind of felt this like towards that. So if that was you, you might want to look at the way that you're seeing things and see why that's the way you're seeing things. Is it because there's a negative example of overindulgence in something that's around you and you don't want to emulate that? So you might be overcompensating in some way in your own behavior to go out of your way not to be like that. So you're being called. Definitely please drink some water. Like right now, like pour a glass of water and drink it just so I feel better. But also because you deserve it and you need to be hydrated and take care of your body like so well. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're cute. You're beautiful. Drink that water. Your skin's gonna be glowing. Your skin will clear. You'll feel better about yourself. You know, feel good, like in the vibes. Like you're cute. You're beautiful. You're amazing. I don't care who you are, Group 1. I care about you. I just probably don't know you personally. That's okay. You could still be cute, and pave a new path. Right? You're totally meant to do something that is not seen every day, but enough people have done it that you can look around and see how possible it is. And I think that ideology kind of got you to where you are, and that ideology can also get you exactly into this next part of you that is growing, like your little Pokemon evolution. Like, stop saying that. Okay, I'm sorry, I will. Hey, I'm helping you out here. You have Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down and spend some time in nature. Always time in nature. If you live near a beach, it can be very, very helpful because that is grounding and also water, but good old trees never hurt anybody. You know, we look at so many trees and they're all individual, but they're all part of the same system, kind of like mushrooms. So spend some time in nature, and especially if you're working on releasing something, because nature takes everything and uses any excretion as fertilizer and then grows something big and beautiful out of it. So spending time in nature will help you to literally recycle your energy, and go like talk to a tree or lay down on your back in some dirt in the middle of a forest or something like that. It literally will take toxins out of your body, and it's good for the earth and good for you. So do that. Also, Mama Gaia loves you. V much. So do I. Thank you for being here. And Earth pulsing. Quickly, if you experience little pulses, this might be clairsentience. For example, if you feel a little nudge or a twitch or a pulse, and you're like, oh, that was random, pay attention to what were you thinking about, or what did you just hear, or what just happened when you got that little nudge, because it might have been your higher self. It could be a physical reaction from your body, from soul recognition, from a version of yourself you're not aware of, or it could literally be like your guardian angel that's like, hey, like nudging you with their elbow. Waterfalls. I'm hearing waterfalls by, is that TLC? Anyway, I'm hearing waterfalls, and also I'm seeing like snowy mountains and like green grass. Oh, this looks like Norway or like Canada or like Alaska or like somewhere like pretty. Go out in nature. Go out in nature. I just got like so lost in this card. Wherever you live, find your nearest like patch of nature and just go soak it up. Go be grateful for the earth and know that whatever it is that you're homesick for, know that it's connected to wherever you are right now. So, literally just like trees or mushrooms, how they seem individual but they're all connected. Same with every single one of our consciousness, every single one of our beings, and every place on this planet is connected. So if you feel like I'm longing for home and I don't know what that means, or I'm longing for home and I'm away from my birthplace, or I'm longing for home and I haven't found the place I want to settle yet, whatever that means for you. Maybe it's a person, a feeling, a place, a star, galaxy system, I don't know. But know that it's connected to where you are right now, and your path will be more clear the more that you spend some time to tune into that. Because if you want C and you're at A, and you spend time tuning into C, B will clear up. And anything that you release will be the toxins in between. Yeah. So, I love you, Group 1. Thank you so much for being here and spending this beautiful, amazing time with me. What a little treat. I love you so much. And this kind of looks like Jesus to me. I don't know why. I feel like I need to tell you Jesus loves you. Jesus Christ, superstar. Do you think you're what they say you are? Oh, okay. That could be another fun thing to watch too, like Jesus Christ Superstar, or oh my god, Godspell, love. Okay, sorry. This isn't about me. Watching something like this too will really help you. It's like when you experience a higher level of consciousness than those around you, and people are like, bro, you can't just be walking around here like that. And look at Jesus. He's like, why not? Like, literally, why not? Like, I will go down fighting because God loves me and everything is perfect all the time. Motherfucker, like, sorry. Shouldn't have said that. Great example. And again, it doesn't just have to be like good old Jesus either. It can be any religion. It can be any spiritual, anything. Like this story, beings like this energy has been replicated literally hundreds of millions of times throughout history. If you look, you will find it again and again and again and again. And if you talk to people a little bit deeper, you'll be surprised how much you find it in them too. Just like, what is it? How you see who, where, God, and everyone in God. What? Oh my god, did we just come full circle? Yes, we did. Okay. I really hope that this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, Group 1. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know, this is not the energy that I usually tap into with the collective of people that watches my readings, so I'm just really grateful that you're here right now. And I love you with all my heart and soul, and I'm grateful for you. Keep on keeping on, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. Okay, namaste. Hi there, group number 2. If you selected the second group and the Finder of Lost Things card, then this is your reading. I have to say, I am so grateful to be reading for your energy, group number 2. And with the Finder of Lost Things card, this indicates that you are speaking the truth that is in your heart and in your soul. I was hearing the song Put Down What You Are Carrying by Trevor Hall as I was shuffling before your group started. And this Finder of Lost Things might indicate that you are finding yourself either again or in a new way after a long and strenuous period of time. There's an indication that maybe you were thrown for a loop by the divine, by your brain, by just a lot of external physical circumstances in life, and spiritually, you seem like a group energetically that is very in-tuned spiritually, vibrationally, and with themselves. But when it comes to the physical expression, seeing that mirror on the outside, it seems like your soul is almost light as a feather, and the external world that you've been working with is not. It's dense. And with Finder of Lost Things, you have been finding your way and forging your own path in some way, shape, or form that allows you to be yourself and actually live through this lightness, live through this high vibrational, beautiful, creative, healing energy of your own, and actually to stand in it proudly and be so electrifyingly beautiful that your energy actually leaves an imprint where you go, instead of needing to forge a path. Your own energy is now opening up paths for you. You might be finding lost things through your intuition by reading or educating yourself on things that you find are interesting to you at this point in time. Or there may be a particular energy that you've been trying to call in or manifest for quite some time, or something that your soul resonates with on some sort of level that is definitely deep, and you're trying to you've been trying to call in a particular energy, maybe something that feels lost to you, or something you feel lost without, or something that you identified with in some way, shape, or form in the past, whether this is a few weeks ago, in your childhood, in a different lifetime entirely, or something. There is some puzzle piece that you have put back together within yourself that has allowed you to electrify to a certain point, where paths are opening up in front of you and you're almost blinking twice. And you're starting to find lost things, and to help others who feel lost find a place for themselves too. And I'm thinking of, I think it's that old Rudolph movie, The Island of Misfit Toys. It's almost like you're the one who built the island and is sending all the misfit toys to the ones who will appreciate them the most. There's an energy like this that's going on. It's very, very beautiful. But in order to get there, you must first feel like a misfit yourself. You must find the journey to get to wherever it is that you feel like you're among a bunch of other lost things and find your place. But there's definitely a leader or an emerging leader kind of energy coming from this energy. And this is just the first card that you picked, group 2. Number 2 does have to do with Taurus and Venus, which does indicate that, which does also indicate that there is a lot of abundance coming your way that is energetically, it's something that's always been within you, and you're starting to see it externally. Taurus likes beautiful, pretty things. They love good food. They love their sacral chakra. They love feeling abundant financially and starting their own businesses. Taurus is very tactical, but it's also very sensual and abundant. And this is the energy that you are stepping into. And you've gotten the card that I covered because it made me go, ooh, you have expect the unexpected. So your spirit guides want to talk to you about this with Blessing Magnet. Holy moly, look at these synchronicities. Now this is beautiful. I would like to take a minute to recommend that you work with the crystals, if you have access to them, of this is chrysoprase, as well as bloodstone. I almost said chrysocolla, so chrysocolla could be helpful for you too. This is a little heavier of an energy, whereas chrysoprase is a bit fluffier. Bloodstone, this helps you to see how far you've come. It helps you to forge forward, and it also helps you to create physical circulation in your body. So if you're having circulation issues, or you're feeling pins and needles somewhere, or you're a little cold, a little hot in certain parts of your body, bloodstone is great for that. As well as emerald. This is a raw emerald because I love rocks. Emerald can help you a lot with tapping into your heart, particularly all different 3 versions of your higher heart, of your heart chakra, like your higher heart, which your emerald connects you to, and amethyst, which does actually attract karma. Now, it does help you to draw your energy up to the crown chakra. And as you do this helps you to detach, to relax, and relieve anxiety, but it will draw in the energies that you have been manifesting. But it will always call in the energies you need to work through first. You are currently in the energy of having worked through a lot of things, and now you have your blessings coming up. And a lot of things might be taking you by surprise, as far as I'm hearing speed, as far as the speed they're coming in with. And the sanctity, the ease, the beauty. This is an energy of things you have only wanted for such a very long time are coming into your life sooner than you expect and better than you could ever imagine. And with Blessing Magnet, there are going to be so many opportunities that come your way. And you're going to be recognized. The word recognition keeps coming strongly to me. For, I'm seeing pec with like pectoral muscles, which indicates your heart. And we did get 2 crystals of the heart chakra that wanted to hang out in your reading today. And your heart, just your essence, is so healing, and it helps everything and everyone that crosses your path feel like home in some way. You might be a people person. You could be easily relating to people. You could be you could have Gemini aspecting your charts, or Virgo in certain areas that will allow you to become a mirror to others, or Libra. For example, you might have an interesting placement in Libra like Mars or Scorpio or even Mercury, which will allow you to balance things out and be like a mediator of sorts. This is almost INFJ, INFP, ENFJ, ENFP kind of energy. Now, yeah, definitely expect the unexpected. They want me to pay attention to this yellow that's standing out here, this confidence, this solar plexus color. Your angel spirits and guides, particularly, there are a few spirit guides. They want me to let you know that there are at least 3 or 4 that are coming through in this particular reading. And they want to let you know you've been doing an amazing job. They want you to know that you deserve every ounce of confidence that you've had to work for and strive for. And when you're given these opportunities, please don't pass them up. Because you are good enough, you are strong enough, you are valued, you are seen for who and what you are. And I'm hearing finally. So regardless of how this resonates with you, whether this is in an overarching sense or with any area of life, finding yourself, finding your career, finding friends, finding your love life, connecting with your family, healing wounds, wherever this is, your truest self, you have never been closer to your truest self, and it's permeating through you. And you might be someone who is very multifaceted, someone who has a lot of different pieces and parts to them. So on the journey to finding the center, you will have seen so many different journeys, so many different things, hobbies, options on your way to getting to your center. But now you're here. And now I'm hearing also by Trevor Hall, the song A Reminder, when he says, "My love is just a reminder, find your center." And that's so beautiful. I think that that's something that you have learned through spirit, from your angel spirits and guides. I'm hearing somebody like literally a round of applause in my ears, and I have goosebumps right now on my arms. So your angel spirits and guides are really, really proud of you, and they think that you are absolutely beautiful. And they want to let you know that if ever you feel like you need to turn to anything or anyone or get some direction or get a little bit of help or a boost of energy, they are there for you. And they're saying it doesn't matter whether you believe that we're with you or not, because we are. And whether or not you are, they're saying that they're there all the time, no matter what. And regardless of what you're going through, whether that is doubt or faith or harmony or disbalance, they are always there helping you and guiding you, even through the scariest parts. And I'm being brought to the Footsteps in the Sand poem. This is about God, but this is what your angels and spirits and guides want to send to you right now. This is in the times where you feel like you're walking alone. These are the times when you have been carried. And now you are one that carries others, and you're being asked to put down what it is that you're carrying. I'll get into the Starseed Oracle deck. What a beautiful message for a beautiful pile group too. Thank you for allowing me to read your energy. You're so beautiful, inside and out. Can I please get, what else do the angel spirits and guides of group number 2 want to share with them today? There are a lot of beautiful things coming your way, and they really want to emphasize that nothing is too good to be true. You, what is that song? I'm hearing, no? Okay. It's not coming through all the way, but it's something that is about, you think you've seen it all, but you haven't. You haven't seen the full extent of everything, and what is in your wildest dreams is only just the beginning, something along those lines. Okay. You have Forge, Don't Follow. Now I'm getting that this is, yes, they're confirming this is your energy. There is such a beautiful, vast world within you. Now, I know I mentioned the signs of, well, you might be working through like a Taurus energy, some sort of Venusian energy right now. and Libra was coming out as well. But it wouldn't surprise me if you had Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer in your chart, or even Aquarius, Gemini, in some significant aspects of your chart. And I know that these are a lot of signs that I'm giving you, but normally this is because these indicate you having a very rich inner world, or having a dualistic aspect where you're able to mirror your internal and external worlds, where that would be a gift of yours. And then with each of the signs, they come out differently. For example, Gemini is very chatty, so they always speak about what is going on inside them. Aquarius is very humanitarian. They make sure that no one else goes through what they went through. And Libra, they balance the scales. They make sure that everything is always even. Things like this. Pisces, they use their creativity. Cancer uses their intuition and their own cycles to help understand people. Just, these are examples. So you have the Void. You also have Star Ancestors. Interesting. I believe these cards came out in group 1. You might also have messages in there for you as well. And your last card is Surrender to the Sweetness. Now, let me check. I believe these cards also came out in group 1. Or maybe they've just been coming out a bit lately through the collective energies. They want me to pull a couple more cards for clarification here, because the energy is different, but the cards are the same. So I want to make sure that you have big picture thinking here. Look at this. Oh, Pleiades. Yes, that is what they wanted to show me, actually, this Pleiadian energy. And we do have Venus coming out. And some sort of wrongs being right. This is indicative of the Justice card in tarot, as well as the sign of Venus, which is also ruled by, the sign of Libra, which is also ruled by Venus. And number 7, balance in relationships in your life. Now, with Forge Don't Follow, now, you have been the leader that you wished you had for a long time, or maybe you are doing things that are more difficult. For example, you could be striving to create a following, or get an audience, or write a book, or do something that is a little bit more where you need to create your own path. And you might not necessarily have somebody giving you a to-do list every day and paying you every week, something like this. And this, again, will be mirrored in your relationships. This is a focus that they want to call attention to with Pleiades. You have been called to remove yourself from anything and everything, really, so that you can re-find yourself. Re-find this lost part of yourself that resonates with the misfit toys, so to speak. You might be somebody who finds those who stand out, or find those who don't feel like they have a home or a place, or those that they resonate with, and you'll be able to resonate with them. These are the people that you befriend, the people that you welcome into your life. And there's an energy of you needing to call yourself away from other people's problems. You're definitely, in some way, a healer, whether this is through Reiki energy reading, music is coming to mind, art is coming to mind, being a psychologist, a therapist, even an RN, things like this. In some way, you help people who have nowhere else to turn, or who find solace through what you have to offer. And so you've been called to remove all of this from your life so that you can reculminate yourself using your tools, which is the foundation of what you're built on, but it comes from a higher place, which is why you have expect the unexpected with Pleiades energy here, visionary, inspired ideas. With big picture thinking, you're being asked to tap into the highest vibration you have access to. And likely when you do this and you ground, this is where this energy shifts from you forging your own path and needing to press forward to your energy being so aligned, so electrifying that your paths open up for you. You have definitely just recently experienced some sort of awakening, ascension, maybe dark night of the soul or shadow work was included in this, but in some way, shape, or form, you have been, I'm seeing an elevator, like brought to the next level in your spirituality, in your awareness, in your consciousness. And there are some things that you are seeing directly through, like transparently. You have star ancestors with hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look a little deeper. I'm hearing the song Come a Little Closer by Cage the Elephant. And elephants are removals of obstacles, and they also resonate with Ganesh. And this is a being that is so filled with love and gentleness and appreciation for their surroundings, their community, for the earth, their abundance, that elephants can paint with their trunk. They are so much more than just big, cute animals. They remove obstacles, and they have the power to be highly destructive, but they're not. With hidden secrets and lost wisdom, there is an indication that you have started to crack a code or understand the reasons why you've been through some of the things that you've been through. Or you're starting to understand your place in the world moving forward. And this is going to be heart-centered for you. This is something that you are very passionate about, always have been, always will be, but maybe the ways that this passion manifested itself through you has come in many different shapes, sizes, forms, and even shadows. So there have been times where you've rejected this passion of yours. There have been times where you've explored it, perhaps through different outlets, maybe creativity, through practicality, through music, through giving, through receiving, through so many different things. But you've pinpointed the energy, and you're finding your place. You're starting to see the path ahead of you, because you have removed the friction and the feeling of being misfit within yourself. Also, shout out to the misfits, because with surrender to the sweetness, you are being called to fall back and receive. And with blessing magnet, I'm hearing less is more. Focus more on giving to yourself. Allow yourself to rest. And I'm getting from your angels and guides, they want you to pump yourself up right now. They want you to get excited. And this doesn't have to be like 12 out of 10 energy, although it can be. They're like, yes, do it. Tell them it's okay. Say affirmations in a mirror. Allow yourself to tell yourself that you're beautiful. Go do the things that you want. Go spend your money on little frivolous things. I will always recommend you to be fiscally responsible, but go do that thing you really want to do that will make your spirit soar. Go start that project. Go reach out to that person, whatever it is. Less is more. They want you to remember that less is more, and that you should always be putting yourself first, because everything else that we experience is both a reflection of yourself and elusive at the same time. It is relative, and what we experience is subjective to our internal experience. And whatever it is, whether or not you have even surroundings around you, they will always reflect you. And this isn't to say that everyone doesn't have their own thing going on. We are individual pieces of a same collective being in a way, and you are just to enjoy yourself right now, not worry about others. And because you have figured this out, you continuing along your path is the best thing you can even do for others. Being quirkily yourself, being unapologetically yourself, being fiercely yourself through all of your emotions, all of your turmoil, all of your grief, all of your happiness, all of your excitedness. Don't pull yourself back when you get really excited. Don't hold yourself back when you feel a bubbling up of grief or negative emotions. Your angel spirits and guides want you to feel this whole realm as much as you can, because you're only here right now, in this moment. They want you to release your burdens and say thank you to your burdens for allowing you to experience the roller coaster of emotions, because without feeling negativity, you cannot feel positivity. And without feeling positivity, you wouldn't be able to recognize negativity. And that is exactly what makes this world multi-dimensional. And so you're being called to put down what you're carrying. I will continue to quote Trevor Hall, because he is phenomenal. And forge. Don't follow. No need to follow something that is already a reflection of yourself. If you were following your mirror reflection all day, you would just be walking into a wall like a sim that's lost in a corner. And you are so much more than that. You are a conscious, living, beautiful being with so much to offer yourself and the world. But don't get so caught up in what you have to offer others that you're never yourself ever again. Pleiades wants to come through so strongly. You may have a lot of spirit guides that are Pleiadians. You may have experienced a simultaneous or past life around the Pleiadian collective. You might just have a strong connection to their energy, or you could be tapping into 8th dimensional energy at this time. This all does, again, have to do with 7 star sisters. So this is an indication that there will be something about your relationships that is changing very soon that makes you feel connected with those around you, and perhaps in a way that you haven't felt home before. This can indicate things like a starseed, finding where they're from. This can be things like meeting new people that you resonate with. This can be reading a book that gives you exactly what you need. Or this can just be spending those 10, 15 minutes, even an hour, guys, in meditation, just allowing yourself to spend time with yourself and breathe and be grateful, because you deserve that. And honestly, I love the phrase, if you should be meditating. Oh, this is not a quote by me, by the way, but I say meditate for 30 minutes every day. And if you don't have time to meditate for 30 minutes every day, meditate for an hour every day, because you are the only priority you should have, exploring your internal world. And the more that you clear your internal world, the more your external world becomes clear and easy. And you're able to recognize energies as they come up, and you know how to work through them, because energy works so much faster than physicality, guys. Particularly if you're working with 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th dimensional energy here. This moves, I'm hearing at God speed. Funny spirit, so funny. It moves at God speed. Whereas the 3rd dimension, it has to transmute through the energy, through the thought, through the intuition, through the communication, through the feeling, and then through the physical manifestation of the energy. And then from there, if you write it down, that's a great way to release. And the more that you deal with this internally, whatever it is, and I don't think that you have much, I don't feel that you have many blockages. I feel like you don't. And I feel like you're looking around like, well, now what? I feel found. I feel liberated. I feel like, is anybody else seeing this? But you're not meant to tap on doors and pick up other people's burdens at this time. Now you have empty hands. And the universe, God, yourself, your higher self, your angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, whoever, is going to put, I'm seeing like a gold bar, like a bar of actual like gold in your hands. And they say only the strongest alchemists can turn things into gold, or can transmute any energy into metal, gold. Like, there's just beautiful energy here. Beautiful, beautiful. Strong alchemist. And you don't experience this energy without having been through things. So I just want to give myself a quick little round of applause for stepping into this energy. Now, your tarot cards. You have Knight of Pentacles, 2 of Swords reversed, 7 of Pentacles reversed, and 2 of Wands reversed. Group number 2. This indicates that you are more than halfway to where your end goal is. And so you're really being called to enjoy the journey at this point in time. I'm hearing in my head, ripple in still water, which is a beautiful song. Shout out to my deadheads out there. And 2 of Swords with 7 of Pentacles in reverse, just to zero in on this quickly. There's an indication that you have such a large heart, and you are so devout. I don't know if you're religious, or if you're spiritual, or if you just love in any way, but you have such this unconditional, pure heart within you that is just like growing and expanding and just filled with this mushy, gushy, happy unconditionality. And you are no longer 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Should I give? Should I receive? Should I? These are the heart chakra. It deals with giving and receiving. And you are no longer wondering, am I giving too much? Am I receiving not enough? Am I receiving too much? Am I not giving enough? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Should I be tougher? Should I be softer? You're just being. You've released this energy. And 7 of Pentacles indicates that you have such a foundation that you have built that everything, all of your abundance is about to just fall literally into your lap. It's like, I'm almost getting an allusion to the Hanged Man here. If your pockets are full, if you have been walking down the beach collecting little seashells and things like that, miscellaneous little treasures, and you stuff them in your pockets and you hang yourself upside down, and everything just comes everything you've collected and worked so hard for, and those little special pieces that you took the time to pick up, you flip upside down and all of these things are just showering over you. And these are exactly the pieces that you have manifested. They're these specific pieces that you have asked the universe for, that you hand selected, whether or not it was consciously in this incarnation. And I'm getting it was a little bit of both, plus with a little extra like sparkle, and like a sparkle and a wink and a little smile from your spirit team as well. That's why you have expect the unexpected. Big picture thinking. Now, you're being called not to overthink. There are some things that just make you feel inspired, or some sort of culmination of creative energy that's trying to come out of you. And you might be wondering, well, what is this for? I don't have a foundation. Is it worth my time? It might take a long time. Shouldn't I just wait for something? And they want you to just do it. You don't need to make a painting to show other people. You don't need to write a song to show other people. You don't need to choreograph for a workshop. You just need to be yourself. Explore what it feels like to move and alchemize through energies that are flowing, that are free flowing and high vibrational. And you're going to be able to experience a flow of all of these energies that you have worked through in the past, but you don't need to work through them anymore. You're now given the opportunity to experience them. This is like, say you go on a roller coaster your first time and you're very, very scared because you don't know what to expect. And you've been through the roller coaster and it ends up being your favorite ride. Now, you're going to be given the opportunity to come back to your favorite roller coaster and ride it again, knowing that there's no reason to be scared because you know what to expect, and knowing that you're going to enjoy what's coming because you're the one who decided to stand in the line to wait for the roller coaster. I'm not even a big roller coaster fan, so if someone out here really likes roller coasters and that hit the spot for you, drop a comment, because sometimes the things come through, I'm like, I would never say that, but this is not from me, this is from your spirit guides. So, now, Two of Wands reversed. This indicates that you are not waiting anymore. You're not waiting. You are not staying in the same spot. You are not stagnated. If there's a part of you that is looking around like, well, now what? And you are starting to tell yourself, overthinking, that you're stuck, you're not stuck. You're being given an opportunity to, I'm hearing the term dilly-dally. You're being given an opportunity to dilly-dally, to enjoy yourself, to play, to experience, to surrender to the sweetness of life, to tap into that Venusian energy, and not that working hard, finding balance, getting abundant, eating good food. I mean, yes, but no, because you don't have to work for it. Now it's experiencing abundance and eating good food and seeing that things are balanced and can be balanced and going with the flow. Like, this is somebody who wiped off their surfboard. They wiped out off their surfboard. And then they get back up and then they're just floating, and they're given an opportunity between the sets to just float on their back and enjoy the ride. And then, who would have thought, the perfect wave comes through and just carries them to shore. They don't even need to do anything. That is the energy that you're experiencing right now. Allow yourself to get taken to shore and enjoy the time between sets. I would like to, do I have some more time? I believe I actually do. So I'm going to get a little bit more into what deck should I use. All right. Your guides want me to use this one again, my Follow Your Heart Oracle, with You've Been Called at the bottom of the deck. Behind the scenes, things are working. Now, since you wanted me to use this deck, Spirit Guides at group number 2, please give me some flying cards to clearly... Okay, doesn't count. Oh, thank you. They want me to tell you to work with crystals, and I felt called to pull out these crystals for your reading, just for your reading group 2. And again, this is a chrysoprase, bloodstone, emerald, and amethyst. So they want you to work with crystals at this time, and I'm also hearing them talk to them. You can speak to them, you can tell them your problems, you can listen to their advice. I have a few pieces of petrified wood that I genuinely have a friendship with. And that is quite normal. So you have not an accident, synchronicity. Cleanse your energy. And extraterrestrial downloads. Oh, okay. Interesting. I was wondering if this card was going to come out for you guys. Now, you might be tapping into higher dimensional collective consciousnesses, and if you have access to something like moldavite, malachite, meteorite, tektite, something like this, or even petrified wood is a phenomenal example here. This will help you tune into some higher vibrational energies. This baby has seen every mass extinction on Earth and has been alive longer than scientists can even track the history of beings on this planet that are not literally bacteria. So things like that, meteorites, things that come from things that have been in other places, might help you to fill in some of these missing pieces that you're looking for. Now, with crystal healing, not an accident, you are seeing signs and synchronicities perhaps that you know are signs and synchronicities, but you don't know what the message is behind them. Or you keep getting the same sign, the same synchronicity, the same message. You're being called to just say, okay, and take a note, jot down, keep a mental note or whatever, write it down in your little meditation journal, manifestation journal, dream journal, whatever you have, when this happens. Because you might Google angel number 3232, like I saw in your recording time, and that is a 55, which indicates activation, physical changes coming into your 3D life, as well as creating connection, creating change, creating new paths and opportunities for yourself. But where and why? What were you thinking about when you saw that sign? Where was that sign? They're trying to get you to see the bigger picture. Why, if you were giving signs to yourself, why would you put that sign there? Right? So you're being called to actually expand, almost as if you resonate with having your higher self and your 3D self like meshed, integrated, or have knitted them together through, I don't know, energy work. Where would you put your own signs? There's like a giggle, because you know exactly what it is that you are understanding. And if you're second guessing yourself, you're literally just second guessing yourself. You're not second guessing your faith or your guides or God. You're just second guessing yourself. But you're the one who made that decision, so it's kind of funny. Now with Cleanse Your Energy, here again, this is the same color card as Blessing Magnet, and these are the only two cards, well, I guess with the extraterrestrial downloads here, that have an indication of a little bit of darkness in them. So make sure that you're cleansing your energy, whatever cleansing tools you use, whether you use earth, air, water, fire, spirit, Reiki to cleanse your energy, please do so. A little bit of chakra balancing in the morning when you wake up, whether you spend an hour doing it or you just wake up and you quickly tune into all of them, keep them stacked on top of each other towards your spine, nice and happy and healthy. This will make a world of a difference. And cleanse your space, cleanse your work area, cleanse your home, do your laundry, burn some Palo Santo, use feathers, whatever this is that you do to cleanse your energy, step it up, because there is so much energy that they're trying to send to you to charge this empty space. It's like sometimes we're called to create space and then hold the space. Sometimes we're called to draw in, magnetize particular energies, but right now you're being called to just cleanse, because as soon as you cleanse, it's going to be charged. Just like when you charge a crystal under an eclipse or a full moon or the sunshine or something like this, or charge it, my bad, I'm sorry, you are being automatically charged by external energies right now. So they want you to have faith. I'm hearing, oh goodness gracious, here it is again. I'm hearing, have faith in me, from A Day to Remember. This song pops up in my readings every now and then, and it always just makes me smile, because I don't really listen to this song. It really only comes up when I'm channeling. And it's like always my guides. They're like, if there's ever a more straightforward message, I don't know what exists, because I said I'd never let you fall and I never did, or I said I'd never let you go and I never did. I'd never let you fall and I always meant it. If you didn't have a chance, then I never did. And then it just turns into a bop, because you're like, wow, like I'm so loved, and I am love, and love is awesome, Okay, so that's enough for my little rant because when I get in my heart space, I get real like happy. Okay, so we have blessing magnet here. With extraterrestrial downloads, and like I said, these are the only cards that have a little bit of shadow energy attached to them. So make sure that you are feeling confident, expressing what's in your heart. Like, notice when I just pulled back a little bit right now, when I was like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm in my heart space. Why did I pull back? That's not in my nature to do that. If it's in your nature to do that a little bit, or maybe you feel confident about needing to create some sort of wall or barrier around your heart, or maybe you have some little things in there that you can clean up a little bit, you know, maybe some past pains, traumas, heartbreaks, little things like that. I don't really want to go there because I feel like you've done the work to cleanse this out of you, but any residual energy that you might have picked up from your surroundings, that's why you were called to remove yourself from your surroundings, see the bigger picture, go inwards, and then cleanse as you recycle, and this energy from the inside will permeate externally. And it will be immediately charged with blessing magnet and extraterrestrial downloads. You might find yourself a bit, well, the first word that came to my mind was confused, but I was going to say surprised about what comes through for you and who your guides really are. You might start seeing Pleiadians, Arcturians, Lyrans, Mintakans, Atlanteans, Mantids, even reptilians, I don't know, or just passed on loved ones. And I don't know where you're at in your spiritual journey. I don't know if you experience channeling or mediumship, or if you just use tarot cards and have faith in your guardian angels. I don't know if you're religious, spiritual. Again, I'm just here to help you through this. So this is to say there is something that is not on this earth currently, physically, that is going to be sending you messages and helping you, charging your energy for you, in light of your mission, in light of your passions, something that aligns with you that will make you very happy, very joyous. And I'm seeing make love to life too on this card. So it will allow you to make love to life and perhaps create something new, because that does have to do with creation energy. So they're going to give you, I'm hearing divinely inspired action to create something in some way. So follow your inspiration, follow your visions. Don't be afraid to make some changes. And if you are not a medium and you feel like an ancestor with you or a passed on loved one, or if you are not resonating with the term starseed at this moment in time and you start connecting with the Pleiadian collective, because Pleiades came out for you here, something is going to happen that will surprise you about who or what you're connecting with. And this is happy. This is happy, right? You might be interested in channeling light language or doing some automatic writing. You might also find music is coming through really strongly. So you might find messages through music, through notes, through vibrations, if you're clairaudient, anything. However you experience your spiritual gifts, your intuition, it might come through your gut. You might just have a feeling, oh my gosh, someone is with me right now. Someone is with me right now and they're trying to tell me that I'm doing a great job and I should stop what I'm doing and get up and go take that inspired action I've been having this week. Or something like this. So follow they're saying physical sensations. Following your physical sensations will allow you to know when things are around you, supporting you. And this is all love and light. This is all happy. So can I get some advice, please, from the angel spirits and guides of group 2 to my lovely group 2s? They want to talk to you about something else that I missed. Please give me a moment to find it, or just channel it. You've been experiencing a lot of upheavals and turmoils and a bit of a roller coaster. There's a reason that roller coaster analogy came through earlier. That might be quite indicative of what you've actually been experiencing lately, quite a bit of a roller coaster. And they want you to know that this was on purpose. Your guides kind of compiled these energies so that you would not think twice when your blessings came, because I'm hearing that you might have a tendency to think twice or take a step back or push things away in the past. But they kind of shook you up a little bit so that you're in this like energy of having just hatched from a shell or broken free, or like after you spin around a bunch and you're kind of dizzy and then you start to get your footing again. There's an energy of sorry, not sorry, but we had to, kind of. So don't push away your blessings. You won't now, but the reason, if you've been experiencing a seemingly reasonless roller coaster, perhaps energies you've already experienced, or picking up on things, processing things that you've already cleansed from your energy, you're kind of, I'm seeing a vision of people like throwing darts at like somebody, but they're like energetic blocks. They're like, hey, remember this? Oh, I'm thinking of like, I don't know if you watch South Park, but you know, like member berries, when they're like, remember when this happened and it hurt you? Like, remember when this happened and you didn't like it? Remember when you trusted this and it didn't go the way you wanted it to and it was a lesson? Like, they're kind of like, there's an indication of your guide saying they're apologizing, but they're saying they did what they needed to do because they wanted you to expect the unexpected. They wanted you to get used to expecting the unexpected so that when something comes through that's unexpected and it's positive, it's good, you snag it. You don't think twice about grabbing it. And this isn't taking. You needed to learn that you deserve good things. And so maybe you needed to get shaken up a little bit to remember that. And this seems like a short-lived kind of thing. It doesn't really feel like this is a life lesson. This feels like they maybe have taken a couple little particles out of different parts of your life lessons that maybe like kicked you in the shin a little bit, and kind of culminated them together in a way where, like, it's almost like seeing a montage, or like seeing the credits at the end of a movie and you're like, wow, look at all this work I actually did. And then you see the deleted scene at the end and you're like, oh my gosh, like there's something better, that's like they're making a sequel and it's gonna be good and this is why and whatever, like that little teaser. So it's like they wanted you to sit down and watch the credits so that what was next you were ready for and excited about. So now, no, sorry, I was like, I'm gonna pull your advice, and they're like, no. Let's see. They're calling attention to the heart. They're telling me I have to feel this one out. Okay. They're telling me physically. They're calling attention to my chest area, my pectorals, and my armpits, like kind of the space like underneath my shoulders here. They want you to create space in your heart for something new. They want you to create space underneath your armpits, and they want you to take any energy that might be compressed between your heart and your shoulders and send it out your arms, out your dexterals, like out your fingertips. There is some culmination of energy. Someone is bopping outside my apartment right now. There's an indication that there is some energy that you are ready to release, that you have been holding maybe around your armpit area. Like oftentimes if you have a knot in your shoulder blades or in your sciatic area, there will also be a knot kind of right at the skin at the front of your armpit there, right where your like pectoral and your like shoulder kind of meet there. So you're being called to create space. And in ballet they say like hollow out your armpit, like flatten out your armpit, create space, like always be able to feel air under there. So be aware of that. And also you might want to tune in with like vata energy a little bit more. That's one of the doshas in Ayurveda. That is the culmination of air and space put together. So there's an indication that whatever messages come through you, you are meant to speak about it or write it out or share in some way, shape, or form. So they really want you to begin writing, begin sharing, begin speaking about your path, about your past, and about what you believe and how you feel. They're saying that these are very, very important steps to get you where you want to go. And they're saying don't pull back when you feel overly excited or when you feel overly sad or when you feel overly something because you're not feeling overly anything. Don't restrict your emotions. Don't restrict your heart space. Allow yourself to feel fully and then be grateful for it, because remember, you can't feel, it's not possible to understand the feeling of sadness without understanding the feeling of happiness. And it's impossible to understand what it feels like to be happy without feeling sad. And there is such happiness and abundance coming your way that they wanted to kind of make you feel sad for a little bit of a second so that the happiness was better. And I know that's a little bit messed up, but they're saying that they can see things that you can't, and that you can trust yourself which is how you can trust them. Hey, hey. Like popping real hard outside my window. Let me turn this off for a second. Sorry about that, group 2. So they're still bumping their music. I'm going to go ahead and pull your advice cards. So, angel spirits and guides of group number 2, can you please send some advice for the situation? I'm just hearing, sit back and relax, honey. Like, something good is going to happen. You have whale and orca elders. Now, this did also come out in group 1. I strongly recommend you check out group 1 because I think that this might have some deeper meaning to you, or you might have some additional messages there. You have share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. Now, this is another indication of speaking your truth, speaking from your heart, and allowing yourself to fully express all of those emotions fully. Okay, they're calling my attention to perspective. And this kind of, with the void card here indicates that there's an opportunity for you to see something from a new perspective. And your advice here will be to try to see everything that you can from a higher perspective and trust that your angel spirits and guides know what you want better than you do and that they are entirely trustworthy. Okay. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. You're going to be given an opportunity to do something that will make your inner child very, very happy. So tap in with your inner child, spend a little bit of time with them, maybe give them a hug if they need it, play with them if they need it, send them some messages if they need it, or see if you can send some messages in reverse from them to you as well. There's an indication of innocence and you having some sort of rare gift, opportunity, or skill. So they want you to be gentle with yourself and acknowledge the fact that there's a reason that you were chosen and took it upon yourself to collect the island of misfit toys, so to speak. There's a reason that you are a healer, that your energy is healing, and they want you to have faith, ultimate faith, that you being yourself is all you'll ever need to move forward. They want you to really not detach from the physical, but they want you to see how much it doesn't matter in the large scheme of things. You have perspective, the void, and big picture thinking with extraterrestrial downloads. There's a large indication of space energy, the space element coming out here. Akash mudra, your middle finger to thumb here, will help you to tap into the space element as well. And also finding some light language or some like channeled messages or binaural beats from different star systems might help you as well. They really want you to cleanse your energy and create space because your energy is going to be charged with opportunities and happiness. And there's this, I'm seeing like an inner child like stepping into your current self, but it's like just filled with golden light and it's beautiful. So I'm going to leave your message. Okay, no, there's one more thing they wanted me. Oh, okay. Here. One more thing they really wanted to call your attention to before we wrap this up, group number 2. They want you to go out in nature. Now, if you have time to squeeze in a little, like, camping trip or take a retreat or spend some time in nature, they really want you to, like, become one with nature, in a sense. So if you can go, not just take 30 minutes and do like a neighborhood hike or something, but actually go dispersed camping for a few days or something prolonged. Go find like some lush, real nature and connect with it. Remember what it feels like to be a human, not a machine. They really want you to slow down and just feel the pulse. They're recommending that you lay on your back on the earth and vibrate with the earth. Allow it to tune you and allow you to tune it. I'm getting that there is good on both ends that will come from this. Your energy will heal the earth and the earth's energy will heal you. So with that being said, group number 2, I'm going to leave your reading here. I really hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. Also, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Please, please, please comment about whatever it is that is coming through that is a surprise for you. Particularly, I really like the spacey stuff, and if anything has to do with, things that make you happy, go ahead and drop the comments about all the amazing, beautiful things you're experiencing. Because it helps the community, and I love to see what you guys are all up to. So thank you again for being here. I'm so grateful for you, and namaste. Hi there, group 3. If you selected the 3rd group and this beautiful fully integrated card, then this is your reading. So right off the bat, the channeled message that I got alongside this card was that there is an essence of coming into yourself in a fuller way. You are stepping into a more authentic and next gen version of yourself. So being fully integrated spiritually means essentially that your 3D person, your persona, as well as your higher self and your inner child are all integrated into one being, instead of having shadows or blockages or miscommunication or any kind of energy stuck between any of these 3. So your inner child, your persona, your 3D self in the present moment, and your higher self are all integrated into the same being. Now this is beautiful. I'm seeing somebody like a light being stepping forth, finally standing in the fullest version of themselves. And there's also an indication that you've done a lot of work on yourself, internally, externally, all of the above. It's I'm hearing you put in the elbow grease, and it's paying off. I'm also getting this kind of energy here where you're finally starting to feel safe again. For some reason, you're starting to feel safe. You're starting to feel trusting, like you're able to trust others and also trust yourself to fully express yourself, what's in your heart and your own sense of self fully. Without trying to force anything or press anything, you are just allowing yourself to flow and to be, and you're allowing your inner child to come out fully. You're allowing your higher self to fully express itself, and the person that you're becoming is beautiful and transformative and full of light. So let's see what messages your spirit guides have for you today, group number 3. This is so beautiful, and I'm seeing with full, I'm just feeling you might be feeling full, fulfilled. You might have opportunities of abundance coming through, and I'm feeling on my left arm, on my left side, just this density releasing. So you're making some space for abundance, for new, happier, lighter energies to come into your life on the receiving side in your feminine energy. So you're using your intuition to guide the way. You are having faith in yourself and in others. Something that may have been coming up that you're cleansing is allowing yourself to really not just see the light and the light or the soul or the inner child of people, but actually seeing all different parts of them, including the shadows. Sometimes we see light or we see shadow, or sometimes we see a little bit of both. Sometimes you look at people and you see their inner child, and sometimes that'll allow us to step our inner child forward a little more instead of the person that we've grown into, or our higher self, for example, or something in a different version too. Whereas you're allowing your 3D self to take the stage or your higher self to take the stage. There's an indication here of now finding that perfect culmination of everything and stepping forward and allowing things that resonate with that culmination of energy to come your way now. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's see. I'm using my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck to start off. Angel Spirits and Guides of group number 3. What messages do you have for group number 3 today? What do you want to talk about? What's the scenario? Okay, we have blockage, byosin. Now, byosin is a Reiki term that indicates when you detect blockages or things that need to be healed, dis-ease, like lack of ease, not gnarly diseases or anything, although it can be, within your energy. Oh, look, you got the deck card, Follow Your Heart with Spiritualistic. Normally I would pull another one, but your guides are telling me I don't have to because this message is pretty straightforward. So they're saying that you are now able to identify what's popping out. Subtle vibrations. Oh, good vibrations. Okay. And Akashic Records at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So I will leave actually both of these out for now. So your spirit guides want to let you know that you are able to identify these rifts within other people. now that you have fully culminated your own energy, you're able to pick up or sense what doesn't belong to you without picking it up. You're able to be aware of which version of you, say your 3D self, your higher self, your inner child, which one is feeling more, I'll say, tugged on, depending on which energy you're around. And you are allowing yourself to strengthen this being through light, through love, in order to always step forward from this culminated perspective. Now, with Byosin blockage in Reiki, there are a few different types of ways to sense blockages. Now, quickly, I just want to bring up that you can experience like warmth or heat or tingling or pressure, and it's important to feel the density or the sentient manifestation, like the clairsentient, the way that you feel the energy that is coming through. And this will allow you to, I'm hearing, do your job better. So I don't know if you are in a healing profession, if you talk to people, if you're like an advice giver, if you are a tarot reader, a Reiki healer, or even a nurse, or even if you're just somebody very knowledgeable that people come to for advice, perhaps a teacher of some sort. But you're starting to use your full tool belt, I'll say, in order to identify from a higher perspective what others require, what others need from you. That way you're not needlessly giving your energy, and you're able to make a more conscious choice as to what you give your energy towards, because you are in an energy of falling back to receive and allowing yourself to release overgiving and lack of trust. And I think that this has to do with speaking what's in your heart, following your heart. You're able to pick up on these subtle vibrations where you're now starting to understand not just where energy is not reciprocated or cannot be physically, or where there's a blockage or some kind of rift. You're actually starting to understand why and how, and clairsentience is coming through very strongly. You might start feeling it, not in an empathic way where you're absorbing the energy, but in a clairsentient way. It's like how a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square, right? Clairsentience includes being an empath, but you don't have to be an empath to be clairsentient, right? That is, so you're not absorbing this energy, you are noticing it. Like if you go touch something that is physically hard, like a desk, you'll be able to feel it, but you're not absorbing that energy, you're not absorbing the desk, the hardness, you're just able to touch it. And that is a lot of what's coming forth. Now, there's an energy of almost going a while without wanting to touch energies that were not your own, or maybe touch energies that were not in your highest good. And here we have Akashic Records. There's a lot of who, what, when, where, why, how, needing to answer your own questions here. And I'm noticing that all of the cards that came out for you, except for the first one, all have to do with this speaking your truth, speaking your heart, and equal give and take with this blue, green, and white. A lot of heart opening going on for you, Group 3. But coming back to this card, there's an emphasis now on bringing this energy down from your crown, pineal, and throat chakra to your heart, and finally starting to ground this energy through your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, and your root chakra. So you're starting to now use these lessons, use this information that you've received, and actually manifest with it. And in order to do this, you need to feel confident. You need to be sure of who yourself is. And the more that you understand yourself, the more you do this inner work, the more you're able to permeate this energy outside of yourself and electrify yourself, which is a reason why you're now able to feel like when there's a positive electric energy and another one, how they kind of repel each other like two sides of a magnet that are the same. Instead of allowing yourself to just magnetize everything around you, you are now electric in your feminine energy, which is naturally magnetizing, and you're now magnetic in your masculine energy, which is naturally electric. We are electromagnetic beings, and being able to create this balance within your energy, whether you're doing chakra work or Reiki healing or yoga or whatever your go-to practice is, you have really reached the point where you are balanced. I'm seeing like an infinity sign. I'm seeing kind of the Vitruvian man, but within yourself. You have fully integrated all parts of yourself. You have magnetized the electric parts and electrified the magnetic parts to the point where you are almost like through electricity burning blockages out of you and those people that you encounter. And yeah, I'm seeing somebody like walking down the street and saying hi to somebody like time and time and time again and just getting kind of brushed off. And then one day, the energy is just a little bit different of you when you say hi to the person, and the person looks up at you and they smile, and you can just feel that it takes a weight off their chest. You don't know what weight or why or how, but you just see it, you feel it, they smile, they light up for the first time in perhaps months. And there's a sort of energy where you now have extra to give, and you're not looking to give away your energy. That just is the energy that you're in. Your energy is overflowing onto others without you needing to reach into your energy to give it. And that is being fully balanced, electromagnetic. Beautiful. So your spirit guides really want to applaud you on coming into a new version of sensitivity and cellular healing. Dropped off the bottom of the deck here when I picked it up. So you're speaking your truth perhaps about your healing modalities, whether again this is Qigong or yoga, energy work, Reiki, whatever it is that you do, eating healthy, exercising, your healing modalities on yourself, mind, body, and spirit. They want you to speak about them a little bit more, and they're very proud of you for getting as far as you have. And I'm feeling called to share with you the grounding mudra. So in yoga, anyway, Ayurveda, your ring finger here represents the earth, while your thumb represents fire. And putting them together helps you to ground your energy. And this also helps you to exert energy and manifest as well. This is, again, earth and fire, so you are increasing through fire, earth. Now make sure not to do too much, or it kind of turns into like this lava-y kind of consistency and energy. But if you're just grounding your energy, that's beautiful and perfect. So that can be amazing. And to increase the energy too, to strengthen it, you can always go to Prana Mudra, which is your ring and pinky fingers here too. So if you want to ground your energy and strengthen the energy that you are grounding, you would do the strengthening Prana Mudra on the left to receive, and the exerting electric grounding mudra on the right, for example. I just felt called to share that with you guys. And also look into Byosin. I do have a blog post on it on my website. And who knows, by the time you're seeing this, maybe my next book will be out too, which talks a lot about this. So really look into what different types of energy and the physical sensation, what they mean about the way the energy is processing. For example, if something is tingling, it means that something is processing, it's moving, it's flowing, and it's in process of healing. It's kind of like when you get an itch and you know something's healing, versus if something is like hot and dense, then that's something that is stuck or stagnant and might manifest into something more serious. So, and then of course there are different little steps along the way. But you're really being called here to follow your heart. There's something that you love, something that you see perhaps in a new perspective. Now I'm hearing Panic at the Disco. Whoa. So your guides here are encouraging you to step into this new perspective. They really want you to stand in this new energy of yours and follow yourself, like follow your heart. I'm seeing like the compass from Pirates of the Caribbean. You know how oh my gosh, Captain Jack Sparrow, he has this compass that points wherever his heart wants to be the most, and he doesn't always know where it's going, he just knows it's taking him to where he wants to be. And you're definitely being called to follow the same thing, because now there is nothing in the middle here to get in the way of your perception of following your arrow, or to get in the way of your blessings coming towards you. There's this beautiful energy. I'm hearing you finally cracked the code, or you finally done it, you finally hit this place. And I'm seeing follow, so if you're trying to gain more followers, or if you need somebody to talk to, lend an ear, if you need somebody to lend an ear to you, there are going to be opportunities for this to come in. I'm seeing Twal here, which kind of is letting me know that with follow and ear. I'm seeing that you are going to be stepping into an energy where there is equal give and take, where you are able to actually resonate with somebody in some very unique kind of fashion. And also, you are going to be having some sort of path to follow that is quite clear, quite straightforward. Also, I'm seeing ooh, and I'm kind of hearing, oh, what is that song by Stromae? Anyway, so you are thinking of, like, your place. Where are you going to go? Now, you might be thinking about moving or traveling, or just where you're going to end up. in the future, and you're finally going to be able to see the straight path, but you need to follow your heart to get there. They're saying that following your heart will get you onto this path, and the path will be clear. Don't try to press for ideas right now. If you're feeling perhaps tension behind your eyes or around your pineal gland in your head or your crown area, like headaches, neck tension in your cranial spine, things like this, this is an indication, your guides are letting me know, that you are pressing too much, trying to figure things out too much. You're trying to think too much, over press. And then also take a look at, is it more on the left side, your receiving side? Are there messages that want to come through for you, something to recycle through? Or is there something that's bothering you on the right side where you're able to let something out? This might help you to write or draw or create. So just pay attention to that. Is something trying to come through, or do you need to let something out, right? So that's coming through quickly. Angel, spirits, and guides of group number 3, my beautiful friends. What would you like to say? What are we drawing attention to today? So I'm really seeing, they're really, really calling like my attention to this infinity sign, this magnetism within you. And we are all, of course, electromagnetic, but it's like you are wired appropriately. Like your energy is clean and clear. There is a clear channel down the center. I'm seeing very clearly like an infinity sign, but it's like a human being, right, with an infinity sign, because we give on the right and we receive on the left. But in order for this to be balanced, it has to also be able to do both on either side consciously. And that takes a lot of karmic work. There's a lot of okay, they're saying not even to talk about that, but you've released a lot. If you practice Kriya Yoga, they're saying continue doing that, but start to charge your energy more now. There's an energy of you've cleansed a lot, and now you get to choose what you charge your energy with. I'm hearing it's all fun and games from now on, in an essence. And they're kind of making fun of you a little bit. They're saying don't be scared. They're saying don't be a wussy. Like, go ahead, just go for it. I don't know what that's about, but there's something where they're like, come on, like almost like egging you on a little bit, but in like a lighthearted fashion. So you have, and I'm seeing like stick, but I'm seeing like shtick. Like if you have like a shtick or something that's like kind of cute or goofy, or you're kind of nerdy in some aspect, whatever it is that makes you just hop into your nerdness, your happy geekiness. They're like, there's a reason for that. Go for it. Just run towards it with your arms open, and your inner child, like they're saying, let your inner child lead the way where it needs to, because there might still be a little bit of hesitation towards running full speed ahead towards something if you are trying to only see things from a higher spiritual perspective, or try to use your tactical, like earthly realm knowledge of like letting your past repeat itself in the future and being kind of afraid of that happening, or letting your brain get in the way. So there's going to be something where you're really like nerdy about, or something super excited about, where you get to be like your silly goofy self, or something where you're like being kind of quirky, like the oddball in some way, shape, or form. And you're being called to let your inner child lead the way for that particular situation, because this will actually keep you more balanced. There's an indication of a bit of hesitation. You're burning off hesitation is a message I'm getting for you. So you have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Yes. Group 3. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Yes. Okay. Love Arcturus. Bae. Favorite. Or not favorite. I'm sorry. I don't play favorites, but we love Arcturus. Okay, so Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Also, I'm hearing like boots, like because Arcturus is in the boots constellation, and they're saying like strap in, like put on your boots, like get ready. And I'm also hearing like there's a snake in my boot, which is kind of funny and random from Toy Story. There's something that's like around you that you're not fully aware is like watching you. Like, you know how the toys come alive at night? There's something that you think is stagnant, but it's not. Like, it is very active, and it's around your energy, and it is so much more aware of you than you think that it is. But you don't know what it is, and you might almost find it alarming. I'm hearing alarming and alluring at the same time, hence the snake. But that's really an indication of like Kundalini. So that's where this hesitation is burning off, and that's why it's happening behind the scenes. Okay. You have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Okay, if you've been called to read literally anything lately, there's a reason. So go ahead and read it. If you're like, I randomly want to start making flashcards, like me, flashcards in Croatian. I don't know, it'll be useful. Maybe you don't know why, you just feel called to do it. So just do it. If you feel called to read any particular book at all, read, because there are messages for you there, as well as information that will help you along your way. And also help, I'm hearing, with your communication as well of what's in your heart, because sometimes you need the right words to express what you're saying, and if you don't have the right words, sometimes the energy will be on par, but the communication won't be as concise, and that's really important for whatever this is that you're stepping into, concise communication. So make sure that you're reading up either on the topic or on dictation or on language patterns or that topic that specifically interests you, something like this. We also have Inner Earth. You'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. Look at this. You have so many Earth cards. You have a new Earth, Earth School, and Inner Earth. So I have a feeling that you're definitely here to make a change in some way, shape, or form. It's time to make a change. Na, 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 na. Okay. If you watch me, you know I like to boogie. So with new, school, and inner, all of the Earth cards that are coming out here, you are here to help heal the Earth Collective in some way, shape, or form, clearly, through what it is that you do. Now, you have some sort of idea that is new, it is groundbreaking, or maybe you're a little bit afraid to dive for it. Now, this looks like, tell me this doesn't look like a soul that is like, all right, I'm about to incarnate. Tell me it's not getting ready to leap. And it's got this special little gift that it wants to give to the Earth, and it's like, holy moly, it's happening. I have to remember this like so hard when I get down there, because I know my memory is going to be wiped, and it's going to be up to me to remember my incarnations and my soul mission and who I am, and just clear all the blockages and the ancestral stuff and everything, A to Z. You know what's up, right? So I'm getting this indication you are going to be standing back in this like square one, but in like the best way possible. Not where you're having things ripped away from you, where you're standing in square one, but you're also standing on the Earth. So this is very important and a very, I'm hearing, integral reason why you've been integral in your energy. So with Earth School, there is something that you are learning how to teach something. Perhaps you're standing both in a teacher and student role, but primarily you're learning how to teach in a new kind of way. Or maybe you're creating a new system for something to be done, something old to be done in a new way, perhaps. A lot of ancient things are kind of coming up, whether this is like you are reintroducing like Babylonian astrology or dead languages or Tibetan Book of the Dead or something that is an ancient, I'm seeing Egypt as well, some sort of ancient knowledge. You are like reapproaching it perhaps, or structuring it. It could even be like Atlantean spiritual astrology or something, I don't know. You might also want to look into astral medicine. This is Sumerian astrology, but they used it for astral medicine. If that might only resonate for a few of you. I talk about it a little bit in my astrology book. Super interesting. Anyway, I'm going to move on from that. And with Inner Earth. Now, this is special. Normally when this card comes up, I'm like, oh yeah, like connecting with Gaia and the Inner Earth. But the Inner Earth Collective is really popping out to me in this particular reading here. So you might be interested recently in things like Journey to the Center of the Earth, or Dweller on Two Planets, things like this, or even the Bardo, as I mentioned before. There is some sort of new solution and beginning that you are here to incorporate. If you have been feeling called towards things like Atlantis and Lemuria, or mushrooms, I won't tell, or like the fairy realm, fairies, leprechauns, pixies, duendes, whatever you like to call them, that vibration, particularly Mount Shasta in California is coming up. You might be extra drawn to obsidian recently, sodalite, things like this, lapis lazuli. These are little signs that are trying to kind of nudge you in the direction that you're trying to go. Also, you might be interested in learning more about foraging in your local area. I have a feeling that something about this in and of itself, this connection and learning, like this deep learning of the physical earth around you, is really going to help you blossom or put some pieces together, like unexpectedly. It's like you might go with the intention of, oh, I wonder which berries I can eat during which season, versus like the actual messages you're receiving from the plant or the lessons that you learn while you're doing this. They might go hand in hand, but there's like, you're going to do A, because it leads you to do B, which helps you realize C. And the reason you're doing A is for C, but you need to kind of like use the transitive property to get there. Also, just meditate and tune in with inner earth. This will help you a lot. There's such spiritual energy coming here through you. And as you reground this energy, it's like careful, which is where this hesitation comes from. But as you are releasing this hesitation, this is where you are stepping into this grounded energy, but you're grounding not to like the external earth collective with like industrialism and things like this. It's through this to like the root star chakra. You might be interested in grounding yourself through the root star chakra. It might help you to ground this energy through your lower masculine chakras a little more peacefully. Actually focus on grounding yourself with not just the being of Gaia and the earth collective on the shell, but actually the inner earth collective. You might be surprised to see what you find. And that is a journey that you're going to need to take independently. And this might be something you're interested in learning about too, through books, or whatever it is that you kind of stumble across. And you'll be able to use your intuition to know this is true and this resonates, this is false and this doesn't resonate, or this is a story, this is a fact. And yeah, so if you're interested in mythology or Atlantis or Journey to the Center of the Earth, stories that are not stories, the Bible even, Dead Sea Scrolls, Book of Enoch, you know what's up. Do your digging, but you're not going to need to dig. You're going to know exactly where to look. Just follow your intuition, it'll guide you there. And then also, with this clairsentience, this ability to feel where there is energy, use this during your research for whatever it is that you're learning about. You'll be able to feel, oh, this came from a wound, this came from a mask, this came from lack of understanding or trying to change or mold or misconstrue consciously the message that's here. And you'll be able to use your clairsentience, particularly, or clairabilities, miscellaneous, in order to get to the truth of the matter. You might also want to look into like reading autobiography of a yogi, perhaps Paramahansa Yogananda, and his gurus, Lahiri, as well as Swami Sri Yukteswar. These are beautiful, beautiful beings who are able to use their intuition to immediately be able to tune into Satya, like the divine truth. So they were able to recognize every single particle of truth in the universe and in information and in people, whether or not it was consciously misconstrued or not. So this might be like a spiritual gift that you're tuning into, or something that you are already tuned into that you're utilizing for learning your research. So take that if it resonates. Now here, this looks a lot like, okay, I was gonna say like dancing, and I was like, well, that doesn't look like ballet. And then I kind of started seeing her like pop and lock, do a little b-boy. So if you're interested in that, that might be really helpful, or just some sort of like body isolation exercises in any way, shape, or form will be helpful for you to help move your energy, right? So you can do, right? Sorry. It'll help you to move your energy and be conscious about exactly where your energy is going. Now you can flow, but you can also stop, start, like start, stop, move 45 degrees, and then pop, and then pop it, bop it, twist it, pull it, you know what I mean? Like, so things like that will be really helpful for you. Also, if you're in, I don't know, like belly dancing or b-boy or qigong, or just practicing practicing little things. Oh, like tutting might be fun. I don't know. Little things like this. So, ooh, hey, your spirit guides want to let you know that there is love on the way. Point blank, period. And this is like they're saying it's an intergalactic type of love, and they're kind of showing me like a little scene from Rocky Horror. So they want you to understand that this is like pure, this is trustworthy, and this doesn't need to be. This can be. I'll always say this. I'm not going to get too deep on it, but it can be romantic, it can be platonic, it can be friendly, it can be familial, it can be through pets, animals. It can be if you're foraging for berries and you're like, hey, me and this plant are really getting along. We're besties now. It can be anything. It could literally be anything. So you have oh, holy moly. Oh, they want me to go through them, so I will. Let me look at this. No, okay. Your intuition is right on point about something. You're opening up to love, and you'll be receiving this And you'll also be able to hold this. And this is something they really want you to focus on. They want you to draw all of your energy back to love, back to the heart center. If you resonate with like the 12 or like the 12, 13 chakra system, or even the 144 chakra system, whatever this is, pay attention to your heart chakras, period, or just your heart chakra in general. They really want you to practice light balls. And by this, you are creating little like energies, right? You have your positive and your negative charge. You culminate them together until you create a little ball, right? Ooh, and then you make it denser, and you can kind of squish it, make it a little denser. And what you can do is you can make it golden healing light, use it for healing. You can insert little Reiki symbols in there, you know, for healing, for Reiki. You can put your intentions in there for manifestation, and then you send it off where you want it to go, or within yourself, or use it as a healing tool, whatever you want to do. They want you to practice that in whichever way you feel called. This can even be like texting somebody and sending them a little bit of Reiki, you know, or healing, or whatever this is. They want you to practice your energy work, physical energy work. And then your intuition has been guiding you in a particular direction for a while, and then I'm getting called back to the headache kind of upper like cranial area kind of pressure we were talking about earlier. And I'm kind of feeling a little bit of like, well, I was feeling a little bit of blockage like in my throat when I was saying this, and now I kind of feel it like in my sinuses a bit. And this kind of just popped up right now. So what I'm feeling is you are being called to express something that your intuition is telling you about. And this might be either uncomfortable or weird, or it might cause you to want to create something in a new way. For example, when I experience that, I usually feel called to draw what it is that I'm seeing clairvoyantly. Usually, if I pick up something clairaudiently, I can write it. That's no problem for me. But drawing, like something that I see clairvoyantly, that's a skill that I'm still working on. I can draw, I'm like 5 out of 10, right? Like, you can tell what it is I'm trying to draw, usually. But there's an energy of wanting to just put it out there, do it. Like, if you're feeling this like pressure and you're like, oh, I really need to get this message out, or I really need to work through this energy, they're saying they want you to ground it, because there's something that's trying to be sent through you. And of course, it's going to cause your body a little bit of physical discomfort, but it's important that you ground it into the realm. And they want you to ground it the further down you ground it, i.e. inner earth, your root star chakra, things like this, or through energies that are a little less comfortable or known to you at the time, the stronger the energy will be able to come through into the realm, because it will help you in some way, but it's also going to help others around you. For example, maybe if you are like picking up a lot of clairaudient messages from, say, the Arcturian Collective, example that's popping up in your reading, maybe you're writing them down, and then someday you'll do something with them. Or maybe they gave you a blueprint that you needed later. This happens to me all the time. I will channel literally random things that make no sense, and then like 3 years later, I will go back and I'll be like, oh, I needed that right now. That was perfect, and I wasn't able to find the answer anywhere else. Like literally something random out of thin air. So there's an indication of just trust the process. TTP, trust the process. Also, Kairos is coming to mind, because that's where I learned that phrase. So if you resonate with like the energy of Kairos, or like Kairos retreats, hey, what's up? Hello. This is a lot about creating new ways to connect, creating new ways to communicate with people who have nowhere to go with that energy, whether this be like, I'll use the examples that came up earlier in the reading and then apply them to yourself, like drawing or energy work or Arcturus, or using your integration of yourself, your inner child, with your 3D self, with your higher self as a being, like creating a community or finding a community for this. There's an indication of increasing your following, and then also having somewhere to go as well, instead of just being the leader you wish you had. Like it was a message that came out in group number 2 on the Starseed deck. I feel like I'm babbling, so I'm gonna just look at these cards. Okay, let me grab some water quickly. All right. There are a lot of messages that are coming through for you, and they're saying slow and steady wins the race. Just go bit by bit. They're trying to get you to slow down and enjoy more. Like, they want you to stop and smell the flowers a little bit, And they also want you to breathe. Take time to center your energy. They want you to, yes, there is so much that you are downloading. There's so much that you are learning and so much that you want to do. And you have, it might seem like you have a little bit of time because life goes by like this. But they're really saying that time, you have all the time in the world because also time doesn't exist. And it's like, if you are doing your dishes and you're waiting a minute, or you're holding a plank and you're waiting a minute, that's a really long minute, right? But if you're doing something that you love, the minute goes by so fast. But you can also find that happy medium where it's not a high point or a low point. It just is. So you might be called to even like take the clock off your wall, silence or turn off your phone, not pay attention to the time, and then just follow your own flow. They want you to slow down and really like experience and embrace all the energies that you're working through. Happy, sad, and everything in between, particularly creative and intuitive at this time. Speaking of intuitive downloads and creating something new, you have the Empress with number 3. 3 is ruled by Mercury, which is also the energy of Gemini. So there's an indication of having this balance between your higher and I'll say lower selves, although they're kind of just mirrors of each other in a sense. You have kind of broken the glass in between, and now it's all kind of one big flowing ball of energy, like you see on the Ace of Cups here. I love this card for that reason. And you're now ready to start something new. There's like an eclipse of energy that's going on, or perhaps I'm hearing Dark Side of the Moon. Yes, sorry, I'm a big Pink Floyd fan. But there is an energy here of like you being able to see or experience things that are unseen, and you are drawing this down into the earth. And in order to do this, this needed to come through you, which is where we're going back to square one here about remembering where you were at before you incarnated, or standing in that energy currently. And if you're feeling a little bit lost or out of body or extra in your body, or a little bit, maybe you experienced like, I'm just going to say maybe you experienced something crazy spiritually, and then you ground yourself, and it's like a big kerplunk, right? And you're kind of just in your body like, whoa, like what was that? And then you feel kind of like you need to process things in order to make space for this new energy. You are using your body literally as a vessel to birth something into the realm. Now you might be fertile in any way, shape, or form. This might be that you could be extra fertile, so use protection and be a little extra cautious. Or if you are, this could imply that it's a good time for you to procreate if you choose to do that. But this is also saying you're fertile, and the fact of the matter is, wow, I just had a hard time like speaking right now. Whatever it is that you are creating, it is time for you to shine, and it is time for you to really birth something new. Whether you have already made some projects or there's something that you feel like you're meant to do, now is the time. Now is the time where you're going to have eyes on you. Now is the time where you are going to be stepping into your either main character energy, or where you're going to start really making that difference that you started talking about, that was coming through earlier. Sorry, I really need to directly channel this message because like words are not coming to my brain right now. Okay. Straight up, I'm feeling a lot of starseed energy, or a lot of multi-dimensional energy coming through that's trying to guide you. This is very high vibrational, and I'm seeing a lot of like colors and specks, kind of like I'm literally seeing the physical veil, but in all of its colors, kind of like the TV static. I'm seeing that there is like this like hand like reaching out that's kind of like soothing you, like caressing you, like petting you like a dog, when you're like, oh, like good, good girl or whatever. My dog's a girl, that's why. And they are trying to send you messages, information, or energy that you are able to press into this realm. It's interesting that I said press. I'm seeing like a coffee press. And then it's like a coffee press and then like a drip. So that's why at first things were starting to come out slowly, but then they're starting to press all at once you have all of your little filters open. Now with the Empress here, she is meant to use her love, follow her heart, in order to birth this energy from space, from the dark side of the moon, so to speak, into the earth. You have Five of Swords. This might be creating, there's your headaches, there's your weird dreams, there's your nightmares, there's the crows following you around, or the changes that are going on in the way that you express yourself or your mental narrative. There's like this version of you that feels liberated in some way, maybe in your dreams, and there's a sense that you are expressing yourself a bit more either to yourself in your dreams through your creativity than you are in your life. So you're meant to actually take this energy and push it forward. Now, just like I say this all the time, just like acne, when you have energy that's trying to come out, even if it's good, whatever is in your skin needs to come out first, and it'll create little bumps, and then you press those out, and then you have a clear, happy, healthy skin. It's the same way, exactly the same way with energy. So you need to recycle, push out what is there, like either on you, like a little shell, like my lizard, like Chad, when he sheds his skin. Same exact thing. There is a version of you that's in there that is liberated and fully integrated with your inner child, your full self, your higher self. But this hesitation here is what you are releasing. And this has to do with something in the past that probably broke your heart a little bit. But you knew you were going to walk through this before you entered the realm. And this might not be carried from another incarnation. It may be, but I'm getting more so of the feeling that this is something that was positively experienced in another incarnation, and then through the earthly realm it was experienced negatively. But you're being called to look at this objectively. Your intuition will know what it is. Whatever you just experienced while I was saying that, it will have to do with that. You have the Hierophant with the High Priestess. Hello, counterparts. Hey, bae. So you have found the light at the end of the tunnel. You have been the light to lead others through the tunnel to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that is very apparent through this reading. And you're being called also to step out of your comfort zone in some sort of sense to create the change. And there, and you have Six of Wands again with the follow your heart. So whatever it is that you're doing, you are definitely being called to help others, or like lead by being yourself, but without the intention of leading, just with the intention of being yourself. That's why you're being called to slow down and really fully experience and feel everything. Like really feel, tap into your clairsentience more, without absorption, because don't stamp yourself as an empath, just like you wouldn't stamp yourself as any other label, right? That is a beautiful way to start understanding your spiritual, psychic, clairsentient abilities. But if you stamp yourself as an empath, you are stamping yourself as a sponge. And our brains are meant to be used as sponges conscientiously. Our energy is not supposed to be just easily, whimsically manipulated by our surroundings in that way. And you've learned this, you're stepping out of this. So the more that you are fully yourself, the more you can identify your surroundings without being subjected to them. I really feel like the collective needs this message hard right now. Everywhere I turn, everyone's like, I'm an empath. And I'm like, you have spiritual abilities that you are tapping into, and I'm sorry that you are absorbing things where you go, but we need to get the information out there that you do not need to be subjected to your environment. You have spiritual and psychic abilities and gifts, and you need to use them. You are being called. That's what's happening. You are being called, and you have gifts that are trying to come through you, and you are able to feel them, which is beautiful and amazing, but you never need to be subjected to your environment. So, sorry, that was my little rant. Ten of Swords, that's my Ten of Swords right there. With the moon, there are so many things that are unseen by many, and you're bringing them to the surface. Now we have this indication of completing a cycle in the present moment, going back to the past, and creating a new future through the shadow side of the past. And this is how you're creating the light at the end of the tunnel, by becoming the light yourself. And in order to do this, you needed to turn your own light on. And in the process of trying to turn your own light on, perhaps you've turned on many other lights around you as well. You needed to see things from a new perspective, have a lot of learning, and perhaps maybe either isolate yourself or start seeing things in a completely unpopular or unique kind of way. You're meant to absorb satya, and that is it. And the energies that you choose to magnetize. This is where manifestation comes in, seeing things from a higher perspective to see what it is you're meant to manifest, or whether you're manifesting things that are in your highest good. This is where it's beautiful that you've integrated your physical self with your inner child, with your higher self, because it's easy to get in a whirlwind. So from this centered place, I'm really feeling grounded now. So you have a good understanding of what's going on, which is beautiful. With the Queen of Wands, you're being called to call upon your ancestors and other miscellaneous I will say extraterrestrial, meaning energies that are not grounded on this earth in a body. Take that as it resonates. Friends around you, in order to create and, again, electrification. You're being called to burn everything, but with the violet flame, the golden flame, healing, Reiki. If you are electrifying your energy, you create a difference when you step into a room. You do not become subjected to the room you're stepping into. And the more that you feel confident and comfortable in this energy, which is why there is a little bit of yellow on this card here, solar plexus, the more you become a sun that provides life to a little universe. And that little universe is you and your realm and everything that reflects you and your conscious light. And that's how you are helping the earth and the collective and yourself, and you're learning and growing as you go along too. And there's this little energy here too of something that you know how to do. And they're telling me the Magician clearly is not in reverse, as well with the Star. There's something that you know how to do, or you're very skilled at, unusually gifted at. And you are being called to kind of pull this energy back out and wear it, utilize it in order to manifest something. Now, she's here connecting with the Pleiadian energy, because the Star has to do with the Pleiades card, and typically she's tending to a pond, which is the fountain of youth. And here she has a lasso around the star, and I'm hearing, oh my gosh, that phrase from that movie where he's like, "What do you want? You want the moon? I'll throw a lasso around it for you." I'm like, yes, king. And so you're being you're stepping into that energy, but for yourself, for the sake of light, not for a person, not for your incarnation, not for your inner child or for healing purposes anymore. This is for the sake of being, for the sake of loving, for the sake of gratitude, for the sake of the fool's journey. You are being called to utilize whatever this is that makes you so giddy and excited, and something that maybe is a little bit quirky or weird about you, whatever this is. If you're a light worker, an energy worker, a starseed, a dancer, a musician, a drawer, an artist, whatever it is that is your little thing, or whatever it is that you feel called to learn about, or something that you're kind of this is kind of moony, right? Maybe a cult, maybe you have a different perspective, whatever this is. You have the answer to something that people really need, something that they really want. But it's not about you taking from your energy to give to others. This is about you being yourself so beautifully, so strongly, so amazingly, that you just are grateful for everything around you. And that is the ripple effect in still water. That is the butterfly effect. Look up Lorenz's theory of atmospherics. Sorry, it's the atmosphere. I always want to say astrophysics. Anyway, atmospherics. Your atmosphere can change as much as literally a hurricane or a natural disaster just by choosing to do one thing instead of the other, because that is how strong the ripple effect is. You stepping into gratitude, you letting yourself just be yourself unapologetically, unconditionally, just through love and light and just beautiful, yes, Eunice, yes, king, queen, yes. Sorry, I get really excited for you. That is exactly what will make the biggest imprint on everything, all the time. And then if you need somewhere to put this energy, they're saying ground it into inner earth, because that will not only affect the earth collective, but it will help heal the earth from the inside out. That will go straight to the root, to the roots beyond the roots that are left unseen. Now I'm seeing all these creepy crawly little beings inside the earth that whatever. I don't know if you resonate with that, if you've learned about that at all, if you see spiritual things in your meditations or whatever, but just if you have extra of this energy, send it as far into the earth as you can. Don't worry about sending it to a person and see what they're going to do with it. Don't worry about sending it to a place or whatever. Just receive it and just let the earth have it. Just give it to inner earth, like the core of the earth. And you are meant to step into this Empress energy. Where is she? Notice how there is this little chain reaction here between the earth and the moon. And you are between the moon and sun. Yes. Okay, sorry. Moon and Sun by Trevor Hall. Look at that. Listen to that song. It's phenomenal. Now, she is a portal. She is a living channel that is sending energy from Akash, from ether, from source, from the beyond, the great beyond. A wrinkle in time, literally. Shout out to the Manton Collective. From a wrinkle in time all the way through to the Earth Collective, and from the Earth Collective back to space. This is an exchange of knowledge, an exchange of energy through a clear channel that you have created for yourself. But by being conscious and sentient and alive, you are experiencing that third part, that life. That's why you're being called to feel and not to be subjected to your environment or subjected to your downloads. Which is why maybe for a while you felt a little bit super grounded when you were grounded, just like down in the earth, or super spacious when you were up in your spiritual self, just like floating off like a helium-filled balloon. But, get it? Helium? Okay, sorry. So, you are being called to be this channel, but experience this. Eyes wide, I'm hearing, like, eyes wide open, and I'm hearing, C'est simple, juste heureux. Yes! Okay, that Angèle song, Tout oublié. Just, yeah. Keep your eyes wide open. And, allow yourself to love, you know? It looks like there's a little pea in her hair, and I'm hearing, like, that little phrase when they're like, let there be peas on earth, but it's, like, peas on the earth. And they're like, haha, like, your guides are, like, goofy. There's some kind of, like, cheeky energy that wants to come through. Just, like, enjoyment and silliness and something, like, nerdiness. Just, like, good. What are you nerdy about? Good, you know? Everyone's nerdy about something, you know? And explore this. Be your passionate, beautiful, brilliant self. There's one more thing they want to call my attention to. They always do that. I'm like, okay, based on the time, I'm going to pull your advice now. And they're like, nope, we have another message. So, where is it? Beep, 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 beep. King of Swords with Justice. Okay, thank you. Yep, okay. Thank you. Sorry. So they have King of Swords with Justice and the Moon. And the Hierophant. No, okay, yes. Sorry. So there's an indication here. You're going to be tapping into the Earth Collective more. Not just people and places and things, animals and plants. That's why they want you to spend some time in nature. They want you to go forage. They want you to learn about your local plants, your local animals. Go bird watching. If you go camping in the middle of nowhere, somewhere where there are bats, for example, and you are, like, close your eyes and try to tune into the bat collective. And you might or might not be surprised to see that you are soon in the middle of a swarm of bats or bees or owls. Sorry, my camera cut off for a sec there. Tapping into the things around you as a collective, not just the human collective, the Earth Collective. Tap into the collective of trees, the collective of mushrooms, the collective of crows. There's so much that you can learn, and you can access things a lot more deeply than you can. If you are in a spongy mode, go into nature and absorb messages from the trees instead of in that crowded room of people who are going through stuff. Because everybody has stuff, you know, it's true. It's a fact of life. And then from there, learn what you need in order to electrify yourself. Use that, and then stand in that room where you're able to become a ripple, become an imprint instead of being imprinted upon. Now with Justice, number 11. Shout out to my Aquarians, my Uranian-ruled friends. We love it. It's my rising. This is an indication that you are meant to make a difference. You're meant to be weird. You are meant to lean into your individuality. You are meant to be a quirky little humanitarian, helpy bud, whatever. Now, Aquarians are known to be aloof, and so is the King of Swords. There is this energy of you not really giving a crap. They wanted me to use SHIT, but I'm trying to swear less on my YouTube channel. And with the Moon, number 18, which is 9, we have Aries to Scorpio. turning into Sagittarius, 18-9, right? Your life path could also be 9 or 18. It could be 8. It could be 17, 8. It could be 11, 2, something like this. I don't know why this is coming up, but you might want to get more into numerology or your life path number. There's an indication of you finding truth everywhere that you look. You finding balance everywhere that you look. Starting to see the way that things really are perfectly balanced, even when you are in the middle of a shitstorm. Oh, there I said it. Or when you're in the middle of like a beautiful worship, church, temple setting. I don't know. So everything is perfectly balanced all the time. Light is where light belongs and darkness is where darkness belongs. But you are standing in this like calm, like integrated, literally integrated energy. A little bit of everything all the time. Perfectly connected as one. You might be very close to source, very close to God, very close to your higher self. You might be very devout in some way. And this might be, this can manifest in a million, trillion, bajillion different ways. Like you could be super religious, you could be super spiritual. You could just really be like, go God, go source, go spirit, whatever. However you resonate with 12th dimensional energy. Okay. Word, golden healing light. So you are meant to not care about things that are unknown to others. Okay. They're saying kind of. There's this energy of everything has its perfect place. Okay, they're calling to your attention that everything has its perfect place and that everybody is not always on the same part of their journey, but everyone needs to walk the same journey. Everyone just kind of gets dropped off at a different space, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and it's kind of like a big, those puzzles, it's kind of like Tetris and you have to put everything in the right place, but it's like hard because you bump everything into itself. They're like showing me that. I don't know what it's called, I'm sorry. But I'm saying I'm sorry a lot in this pile, group 3. You might have resonated with my group 3 from last week as well. So I think that was a message from your future self, so check that one out. Also, there's an indication here of you really just wearing yourself on your sleeve. There are things that you know you need to say when you need to say them, and things that you know you need to keep to yourself when you need to keep them to yourself. But you're being called not to keep things to yourself, to not put yourself in surroundings where you might need to keep things to yourself. So you're being called to see things from like a little bit higher of a perspective and be strong enough to put yourself in only the best of situations. For example, if you know that you are going to need to stand up for yourself or get iced out in a particular situation, just don't even put yourself there before you go. Your intuition is trying to tell you, always follow your intuition before it makes sense, because you would rather say no to the outing and then not find out what was going to happen that would bring your energy down than not listen to your intuition and then show up there and then have some crap happen and then it take you a couple days to get over it energetically or physically, right? Always listen to your intuition before it makes sense. I'll share one time I had a great friend coming into town and I really wanted to hang out with them, and I was like, oh yay, like they're friends with my family, we're all gonna hang out, do this little barbecue, and I wanted to go really badly. I was gonna go see like a cool concert too, but it turns out that my intuition was like, don't do it. So I ended up saying no. I didn't know why. I was kind of bummed. But after the fact, it turned out that everybody got super sick. And I had so much work. My book was getting released like literally that week. And I could not afford to not show up extra that week. I needed the energy. And if I would have gotten sick, it would have bumped everything out. And I will have an opportunity to see this friend, these family members, and do the same exact shebang, see the same concert again very soon. So there's an indication too that follow your intuition before it makes sense. Sometimes you might be like, oh, why? But if you have the opportunity to learn why through your intuition or after the fact, that's beautiful. Hindsight's 2020. But your intuition, your spirit guides, they have 2020. They already have that hindsight. They see things that are behind the scenes. So follow your intuition before it makes sense. Point blank period. Okay. You are able to connect to things deeply. They really want you to find the truth of a particular situation and tap into like the fullness of your being. If you have another incarnation of yours, or 2 or 4 or whatever that you really resonate with, or like a deity that you really resonate with, or a being or whatever, tap into that. They're really calling my attention to, say there's like an incarnation of yours in the past where you're like, this is my powerhouse, like yes. They want you to explore that energy a little bit more. see if you can find tangible information in the 3D realm, and or spend some time meditating and like vibrating with that energy, because time does not exist. I'm being called back to A Wrinkle in Time. You might want to read that / watch it. So technically you are in that energy right now, experiencing those things right now. So you have perfect access to that energy. So if you are like, oh, that's my powerhouse, there's something that you can pull from, but you're not pulling from anything other than yourself, right? So there's a little tidbit for you. Now they're saying I can get onto your advice. Oh. Can I get, please? I was going to pull 3. They're telling me I'm going to pull 4. So can I please get... Okay. Can I please get 4 flyers, please, for group number 3 from their angel spirits and guides? What advice do you have for group number 3? They're showing me follow your heart. They're just saying follow your heart. Just, I feel like I just gave you a lot of information, and they're just saying what you need to take away is follow your heart. Everything is going to work out. Let yourself just be fun and happy and slow down. And, oh, holy guacamole. Okay. Make sure you're getting your healthy fats in your diet. Don't just like avoid all fats because you think you're going to get fat. You have to eat fat to burn fat. You also have to eat fat to get fat, but that is not the point. They want me to say, make sure that you're getting enough of your like monounsaturated fats, polyunsaturated fats, those goods, you know? Eat your oils. Okay. So you have sorry. Okay. It just was vibing weird. Oh, okay. So they had call-in support with you're a part of a team of souls. That's the card that I replaced. And they replaced it with you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Same message, different perspective, right? So, they want you to know that you are able to tap into all parts of yourself, all parts of your experience at once. And I'm coming back to this new earth card. Come back to this point where you're like, I have this little gift, or I have this ability, or this channel, or whatever it is, to give to the Earth Collective. So all paths lead home, right? So don't worry too much about which path you take. Every step you take, every move you make. Damn, your guides are like on top of you. They got you. You don't have to worry about a single thing. Yeah. Sorry. Just singing Stevie Wonder in my head. Okay. So this kind of looks like a portal, right? Like a water portal, an emotional portal. They want you to step into your feeling so much, and they want you to feel like home wherever you are. That's that root chakra energy. Being able to feel like you're home everywhere that you are, no matter what, because you are your own home. Because whichever incarnation you resonate with the most, whatever place on the planet you resonate with the most, whatever person you resonate with the most, whatever, you are your own home, and everything is a reflection of yourself, and it's all happening simultaneously. So draw in that energy of feeling at home, because all paths lead there. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within, right? Take a little bit of extra time to meditate. Your energy is highly electric right now, but you want to make sure that you're keeping that magnetism also strong, so that you are also able to electrify things that don't resonate with you as you magnetize. That way you are able to be electromagnetic instead of just electric or magnetic, right? It's electric. So with inner authority and intuition, you are a powerhouse, group number 3. You're a powerhouse. I saw 1010 on the recording time when I was saying that. You are an energetic powerhouse. Use it. Use your inner authority, follow your intuition, and then just like have fun and like feel your way. You know, she's wearing like a cute little like hippy dippy kind of jumpsuit. I'm not saying that judgmentally. I have a hippy dippy jumpsuit too, you know. Follow this like meditation circle. They're saying find your zen, your zen, find your center, find your zen, and allow yourself to just feel at home all the time within yourself. So tune into that. With I'm sorry, defenselessness, writing past wrongs, uprooting, what's coming to my mind is earlier in the reading I mentioned an energy where you experienced it in another way, and it was positive, and you experienced the same energy, and it seemed negative. So there's a negative stamp on something positive and a positive stamp on something negative, but the problem is not the energy, it is the stamp. It is the fact that there is a stamp. So this energy will be cleansing, like you are shedding this energy off. This is part of that hesitation to do whatever it is that was coming up earlier. So if your intuition is kind of like, well, maybe, yes, no, whatever is coming up, whatever, pay attention to thoughts to memories to your clair abilities, of course, and then also to like smells, physical sensations. This is all data. This is all information for you to use. So you can even write it down, find yourself a little cycle, be like, I have, for example, like left ear pain, and then I saw the Fool tarot card, and then I saw the color purple, and then I saw, I don't know, like a little gray alien, and then you can just keep going like that, whatever the random thing is, and it will allow you to create a flow of energy that you will be able to read, and then it will eventually start over energetically, and you'll be able to find your cycle, and you'll be able to work through these energies, and you'll be able to use things like physical sensations or colors or plants or animals or tarot cards, whatever it is, as a healing modality to see yourself from a higher perspective. Get careful with this one though, because you might be able to this is a great way to tune into the Akashic records as well. So just know that there's a deep dive when you do that. And that's what this is trying to bring up. You have done a lot of deep diving, and right now you are deep diving into something you are both part of the collective for, i.e. inner earth, or something like this, or it's something that is seemingly external to you, but it is not. And I just got like this uterine cramp, and I'm not experiencing those right now. So there is something about this Empress energy, this creative energy, maybe in your sacral chakra, that you are cleansing out. Something about, yes, following your heart, but allowing yourself to feel things fully. There is some kind of really grounded root that you have that is also really rooted in the spiritual, but you are just culminating it in the center here. You're being called to pay attention to your like sacral, solar plexus, heart, and throat chakras, and your intuition, your pineal gland. It's interesting. It's almost like consciously removing the crown and the root chakra. It's very interesting. I haven't received a message like this before. You're being called to just really just stand in that balanced, perfect flow of energy, and then make sure that you are separating. Okay, in your chakra balancing, separate each chakra like consciously. This will help you to manifest through each of them and also work with each of the energies individually. There's a message coming through here that you are a very strong manifester, and if you are turning yourself entirely into light, or you're grounding yourself very hard, this can cause this like spirit earth kind of flow. So you're being called to step into the water element, you're being called to step into the air element, and the fire element. Ooh, really fire. That felt like, I felt just like this when I said fire. So tune into fire. And you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north, and your life is a canvas with artist manifestation and creative accountability. Okay. They want you to do the things that you want to do that you might think that you're bad at. Or they want you to, I'm hearing the word, okay, I don't want to say this, whatever. They're saying there's like a clusterfuck. There's like some sort of clusterfuck. And they want you to express it, to release it, so that it is cleansed, so that it is clear. I don't know why I felt called to say that word. Yes, it's fun, but it's not very spiritual. They want you to focus on it. Going out in nature will help you, but you need to find a everyday way to sort through this energy. So whether this is taking 5 minutes a day to practice your drawing, or practice your sun salutations, or practice your qigong, or whatever it is that you feel kind of like there's like a clusterfuck behind it, just take like a few minutes a day and lovingly, through gratitude, look, you are already like in this energy you need to be in, and there's like this one hesitational energy that you're burning off. So they want you to, they're saying don't focus on it, just release. Just focus on releasing it. Take an Epsom salt bath, sea salt bath, jump in the ocean, things like this. They want you not to, they're saying don't look at it straight in the face, because that will turn your attention, and you're not meant to do that. They don't want you to hyper focus on anything. They want you to just be and to feel the energies and let them flow as they come and flow as they release. And so you're being called to continue to electrify yourself, and then also consciously stand in that not overly grounded, but like that root star chakra, that inner earth grounded energy. so that you can really feel. It's like your spirit is all the way like very, very high vibrational. And when it comes down to the earth, you're a little bit like maybe hesitant. So take creative accountability and know that you are doing it. Don't even do it for the Earth Collective. I mean, you can do it for the human collective, but don't do it for society, for societal structure, for people. Do it for the trees. Do it for the birds. Do it for the beings of inner Earth. Do it for Gaia as a whole. Do it for the planet, the nourishment, all of those beings that have once existed and no longer do, all of those beings that will exist that do not right now, in every form of the way. There's an energy of you knowing that what you are meant to do here is bigger than just society or humans or people. And you are being called really to tap into all of those quirky little energies. My meteorite is kind of winking at me. They want you to just continue to be a channel and send this really high vibrational energy really down into the earth, like to the core of the earth. And even you might want to imagine yourself like wrapping this energy around the whole earth from this perspective. Where's that card we were getting earlier? If I don't see it in like 2 more seconds, I'm not going to pull it, but okay. It was that energy of like zooming out where the earth is super tiny, and just wrap yourself like the Empress card. Hold the earth like a baby and give it the energy that is channeling through you to give to it. And don't worry too much about the people and the buildings and the concrete. Worry about the Amazon rainforest and the dinosaurs that used to exist, and the fairies in the fairy realm, and the beings in the inner earth, and the trees and the mushrooms, you know? So I'm going to leave your reading here for now, group 3. I really hope that this helped shed love, light, and clarity on your situation. This was a very particular, peculiar, and phenomenally fun to give message from your spirit guides. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this helped shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and simultaneous incarnation in this and many other realms. Namaste.